Psych.
Oh, that was good. False alarm.
Ha! Got him.
Got him.
Oh, are we on now? Oh no!
Hello, Internet. We are Outsiders Arcana. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, specifically the Curse of Strahd. How are you all this morning?
Is that us or the people watching who aren't really watching?
Yeah, because they can answer us.
They have chat. Quiet group today.
Does anyone... What was that, Cody?
I was gonna say the cat's got their tongue.
What a story, Mark. What a story. I need to figure out what NPC is gonna have that voice. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
The room campaign.
Any one of you fine adventurers want to recap last week's session for a chance to get an inspiration?
I vote Trey.
Sam raised her hand. Trey blinked repeatedly with no facial expression. I don't know.
Felt like no one volunteered in time, so I felt forced.
You don't have to. I can do it.
We were in Death House, where these children lured us in here. Well, they didn't lure us. There's other children, but the children were in here. Anyway, a lot of children ghosts. So we found the secret stairway to go to the basement to kill this monster. We need to travel through it. We fought some zombie kind of guys. There was a weird mimic at one point that tried eating Grimm's face off. We went through a little area and found a secret door to this weird area. They were chanting something like, "He is the land, he is the ancient, he is the land, he is the ancient." I just didn't have to say that twice, but I did. So he wanted us to kill one of ourselves. I tried to kill myself, pretending with my tail. That did not play out as planned. However, we did have our lovely friend Rogar trap our swamp monster friend into a corner, so we just kept bashing and bashing this guy. It was pretty sweet. So yeah, we defeated him. We let the children know, like, "Oh, hello children, you're safe now. Where do you want to be buried?" And buried them in their graves, even though Grimm had a hard time trying to discern their bones, so the ghost children had to help him figure out whose bones belong to who. We're a classy bunch. We went upstairs and we're like, "All right, let's go get some food." And we're like, "All right, this house is actually rotted a bunch. It looks really creepy. And there's a scythe over every single door. And now we have to get out." Da-da-da-da. The end.
Take a point of inspiration. That basically covered it. Yeah, you all, when you got to the bottom and denied the sacrifice, the crazy apparitions were like, "Hey, Logorth the Decayer, kill these guys." So the swamp monster came out. But you bashed him up real good.
Swamp, 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 swamp.
Didn't we also found that bag of astral diamonds when we got up to the attic, I think.
I have to retcon that because wasn't, you weren't supposed to find that yet, so sorry.
Quick question for your type of DM inspiration. Is it just a D12 or we can re-roll?
Anytime like a DM inspiration is advantage.
Advantage.
Bardic inspirations are the like D6s, D8s, and all that stuff.
Got it. Thank you.
So you basically have a luck point. Whenever you want it. But you might need it to get out this house. So yeah, you all went up the spiral staircase back to the house thinking you were just gonna chillax. The walls are now decrepit and rotting, instead of doors, you see spinning scythe blades, and whatever windows you can see from where you are completely bricked up. Let me switch the music here to something a little bit more stressful. Sure, let's go with that. I don't know. For the escape of the death house, I will have all of you roll initiative. Mist of Moon Eclipse, you're all... Do I have you guys all on the right? Yeah, okay, you can all see where you're at, right?
Yeah.
Yup.
So you're in the room where you found the secret door. The secret door is still open, but this door right here, spinning blades.
You just is it like they're just like one scythe, like almost like a big vent and or a fan and a vent kind of thing.
They're kind
You
of
know,
there's a little room. There's like a couple of them spinning in there, and you can try to pass through it. It's not undoable, but they're going pretty fast, and you're gonna have to roll a decent dexterity.
Not really worried about myself in that. Want to make sure I find a place where you all can go. Okay. I will. Oh gosh, and the windows are bricked up too. Like, they look like they've been old bricks.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry, this just started all so quick. What's this little thing here? Is it like a pipe? Like to the chimneys?
What is that thing?
A wood stove?
Just wondering if it's connected to all the chimneys. Then we can go down that.
Oh, look, it's filled with a bunch of scythe-proof armor.
Nah.
Looks like a little oven, not big enough to try to crawl through. It's like a little like fireplace, little heater, if you will, be used for that.
I'm just gonna say to the group, I was like, should we go to the door or the window? I'll punch the window, and I'm gonna hold my action to try to go through this door if we all decide we want to go through a door. And I'll kind of go over here and like study the pattern of it, the blades. If I can during, actually I'll just do that for my turn. I'll try to study the pattern of the blades and see if there's a way I can like remove them from the doors or an easy way to jump through it.
Roll an intelligence check.
Intelligence. Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and just use that inspiration real quick.
Right off the gate, huh?
Y'all.
This could be the easy part.
Don't know that though. There we go.
All right. Mark off that inspiration.
I should.
You're studying the pattern of the way these blades are moving, and you have a pretty good feeling that you can get through it on your next turn with acrobatics.
Wow.
This is a weird setup to do initiative on, but them's the rules.
Gotta follow the rules.
I might change it if this starts getting a little clunky. I think I'm just gonna do that. Screw the initiative. What are y'all doing? What do y'all want to do? I feel like you can all do whatever you want to do right now.
I'm going to look at Rogar and look at Rogar's maul and ask him if he can bust through where the window was.
Yeah, is there any visible like holes in the walls or floor?
The exterior walls look pretty solid. The bricked up windows very solid. The interior walls very brittle, very rotted. Look a little weak. A lot weaker than when you saw them before.
What about the floor? Is it also rotted?
Floor is pretty solid.
Fuck you, floor.
My vote is the windows. They may be bricked up, but they would have had to been bricked up after this building was constructed. We all focus fire. Maybe we can blow through and scale the outside of this thing.
Even if that doesn't work, we can try the floors. Don't know what that voice was.
Oh, we can try the floors.
We can try the floors.
Housekeeping. Yeah, while we're just kind of all looking around trying to formulate a plan, I'm gonna start taking all these blankets off these boulders to see what we got to work with. See if maybe there's something we can jam the sides with, or you know.
Okay. Make an investigation check. You rip off all these sheets. It's a mannequin, couple of mannequins. A chair, kind of. You notice, just looking at like everything looks a lot more decrepit. Even the like, you didn't look under the sheet before, but under this sheet is a decrepit chair. Doesn't look very sturdy, and it's just a lot of that. A couple chairs, like a love seat, stained, dusted. You're not sure how strong that would be against a bunch of spinning scythe blades.
I just throw one of the decrepit mannequins through just to see, like, what it looks like, how it affects it.
What? I'm sorry. What did you say? You're throwing something through the blades?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of the mannequins and just chuck it through just to see what we're up against.
You pick up a mannequin, chuck it through the blades. It tears it to shreds, like a wood saw. What are those called? Wood chipper.
So it's not like it gets cut in half, cleanly in half. It just like powder.
Not quite that bad, but since it's a weak, flimsy mannequin, it did more damage to the mannequin than it would to you. But you imagine it would still really hurt if you got cut by those.
Gotcha.
You do also find under one of those sheets a wooden trunk. That you didn't notice before because you never looked.
Like a trunk, like you open trunk?
Yeah, like a chest, kind of.
Or an elephant trunk that's petrified. I wonder which one it could be when you say trunk.
Why is the back of a car in here?
Is this like someone's underwear? Is your trunks? These swim trunks?
Those are specifically if you say the trunks plural.
It's the base of a tree.
I just, without any awareness, I just grabbed the trunk and I don't know how heavy it is, but I drag it over to Mist, who's probably still staring at the blades, trying to count them. Mist, would you mind opening this trunk for me with your cat-like features?
I will check if it is trapped at all, or looks like it is.
Make an investigation check.
I can assist on that.
Roll with advantage if you'd like. Or...
Yup.
Okay. It doesn't appear to be trapped. It just seems like a good old-fashioned chest.
Okay, I will try to open it then.
I will stand back as she does this.
As you open the chest, it opens, and inside you see skeletal remains. Humanoid skeletal remains. Wrapped in tattered bedsheets stained with dried blood.
Looks like you have more ghosts to talk to, Grim.
Well, thank you. I will take care of this. I just drag it off. So you said it's a trunk. How sturdy a trunk we talking about? Is this solid oak?
At one point, it might have been solid oak, but like the rest of this house, for some reason, everything
Ah,
is just gross, except for the exterior walls and the ground. The interior walls, again, very brittle.
Can I put my ear to the interior wall just to see if there's blades or anything behind this wall?
Roll a perception check. You don't hear any blades. You don't hear much. Seems like just
I
like
guess
a
I'm gonna-
hollow wall.
I'm gonna take a step back and just charge my shoulder into the center of that wall, trying to push through.
All right, roll an attack.
That'd be just an unarmed attack for me, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You bash through that. Real good. Roll damage. You wind back and shove through this wall, and it breaks immediately. However, when you go to do this, a swarm of rats come bursting out of the wall.
Hmm.
And they don't look very friendly.
That's kind of strange. Usually swarms of rats are pretty nice.
I immediately look at Miss, who is a cat person, and look at the swarm of rats.
It's the one thing I'm scared of. Rodents.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Eat them all.
These rats are fixing to attack you. This is probably what the initiative was for.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if you're gonna bust through that wall.
I'd like to stomp on them.
Alright. Roll an attack on these rats. They're real squirmy. You go to stomp on them and you just happen to stomp in the middle, like kind of just right in the middle. You don't really find purchase on any of the rats themselves.
Well, can I run through there, through the other side to that open room?
Yeah, the wall's open. You just got to work through a bunch of rats.
I just want to get there.
Okay. What the rest of you doing? You saw Jason bust through this wall. Now there's some rats, but you got a way out.
I guess I can go try to stab some rats.
Okay. Roll an attack. Six piercing damage on these rats. You stab into them. You hear some because that's a good mouse noise. It's not the sound I thought it was going to come out of my mouth. You stabbed these rats. Now what are you doing? It seemed like you hurt a couple of them.
Oh no, they're yodeling rats.
Ah, I'm a rat.
I will
How'd you know?
jump through also and stay here near them so that way my party can come through the hole. The rat hole.
Okay. Rogar and Grim. I'm just putting the rats at the end of the initiative order. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna defer to Rogar. I'm just watching. seeing what everybody does.
I'm going to stomp on a rat.
Make your attack. Yeah, you're gonna crunch some of these ones.
Crunching rats.
You bash on in there like Bowser from Mario, and you kill a good handful of them. There's the pile is dwindling, but there's still a handful of them left.
While I'm stomping, I'll end up here.
All right, Grim, your friends have got out of this building. There's still some rabid-looking mice.
Alright, I am going to Eldritch Blast the mice.
You bring up your sword, shoot your Eldritch Blast, and yeah, you explode them. The rest of them are no more. The rats are gone.
We're in the
Do they-
splash zone.
It being force damage, do they fly all over everybody?
They get it just like the last time, but like it's only up. It's like they're actually weed eating through rats, so it doesn't go above the knee.
Well, now that that's all taken care of, I just carefully step around all the rat remains.
All right. Well, you got through the first room. Only 3 more floors to go.
Yay!
I'd like to imagine that Eldritch Blast burned off Jason's eyebrows, so he truly is hairless now.
How's
All
the
right.
door looking to the stairs?
There wasn't actually a door there, so that one is open to just the stairs. So you are seemingly free to go down the stairs.
And it goes to
Goes
here?
to here. That is correct. As you get to that floor, all of these are blades.
Okay. Just keep going down the stairs, I guess.
Yep, you can do it. That would be over here. Okay. Nice. Now when you get to the very bottom, the fireplace is emitting a lot of toxic smoke.
The fucking fireplace.
The
Man,
whole
with-
room is filled.
With all those fireplaces, like, we'd be dead at this rate.
I'm gonna need everyone to roll a Constitution saving throw once they get down to that floor.
Oh man. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Missed. You being the first one down didn't see it in time, and you took a big old breath the moment you got down there. You suffer 4 points of poison damage.
Neat.
The smoke is not dissipating. Dissipating? Sure. So, you feel like you're gonna need to get out of there real fast. You got you got a handful of blades that you need to get through.
So,
So all the doors leading out are bladed?
Yup.
I take it the rest of the doors are bladed.
All blades. So many blades. And you're in a smoky room, feeling like you're about to suffocate. You got about 1 round before you're all gonna have to roll another con save.
Can we try to bust down this wall right here?
You can try. The exterior walls look real solid.
What are the mechanisms for the blades look like? Is it visible?
It's like a singular pole with blades going around like this.
Oh, so it's like pizzas, spinning pizzas?
Sure.
in the doorway? Okay.
Yeah. You know you can get through it. It's just not going to be easy. That's DM speak for you're going to have to just roll a dexterity.
Hold on.
An acrobatics, rather. I will say, Mist, since you rolled an intelligence check on the one upstairs, they're all the same.
That was my next question. Cool.
So you taking the time to see these, you'll get advantage on your rolls.
Cool.
While I'm looking at the spinning pizzas, does behind it also seem to be filled with smoke?
No, it seems like it's just this room. I assume you're looking at this one into the exit.
Yeah, into that, I guess, next doorway. Seeing
Yep.
if that next room is filled with smoke.
Nope. Seems like it's just coming out of the fireplace, and it's not really. It dissipates kind of outside of the blades on the other side. You got just a couple more seconds for you. I'll have to roll con saves again for the smoke.
I'm
Oh,
jumping into the doors.
I thought we were doing turn order. I was just waiting.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize making you guys roll initiative again.
Gotcha.
But we can do it in the order that you're standing in, sure. Oh yeah, easy enough. You get through. You find just the perfect time where the blades pass through. You're through. Jason, you're next in line.
I'm gonna try to go through as well.
Okay.
Can I assist him? Like anybody trying to go through, I'm like, jump now. Like kind of give him an idea of when to jump.
This is all going so fast that it's just kind of one after the other. You wouldn't really have the time to assist in this situation. Okay. You do make it through, Jason, but not unscathed. You kind of timed it weird when one of them catches you in the side. It's 7 points of slashing damage on your ribs. But you do make it through.
I'll
Okay.
get through and drink a potion real quick.
Okay.
You're up, spooky boy. What do you want to do?
Oh, I think you're up. You're in front of me.
I ask questions. You haven't said anything. What's your plan down here?
Oh, I didn't even hear you. My plan was to run through those blades as fast as I could. Unless you have something better to come up with.
That's not really the way I work. Go
What do you
for it
mean?
and look for a switch. See if you can find something to shut it off.
But if we stay here, the smoke will surely gas us out.
Well, that's why you go through and look.
Ah, you want me to look on the other side?
Yeah, those other two just kind of ran off.
Ah, I see. Very well. And I will run through.
Acrobatics check.
Boop, boop.
Just barely did not make it. So a lot like Jason, that's what I wanted to do. It catches you a little bit in the back as you run through. Damn. 10 points of slashing damage.
Just a
straight
little
down your
bit.
But you're through. And you see another spinning scythe blades in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna gobble down one of them old health potions.
All right, all right. Go ahead and roll that.
How many d4s is that?
2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
5 points of healing. Feeling a little bit better. Still stings.
Yeah, I mean, I just start looking for any sort of switch.
Does this
Mm.
mechanism look like it could be smashed down by chance?
The blades? The blade
Mhm.
mechanism?
Yeah. I mean, if the doors are kind of like, the house is like decaying, probably like the doorway frame is like decayed a little bit. Just kind of smash at them.
I mean, you can try to smash the frames. You don't know how far the bars go, like, into the foundation, through the walls of the house. You could try.
For my turn, while they're looking for something on the other side, can I take my maul and swing down on, like, the blades and try and break another section of the blades out, make it easier to get through? Like, not
Yes,
trying to
or-
take the whole mechanism down, but break the blades.
Okay. Get ready to do that. I will say, without a roll, Grim, there is no. You search real quick. There is not a switch. There's not a lever.
Yeah, I yell that back to Rogar.
So then you go to try to smash on the blades. Roll an attack. You hit it pretty solidly, but by some sort of dark magic, you can't explain. It doesn't seem to hurt the blades whatsoever. Your maul bounces off of them as if you hit a mountain. You know, this house.
Groovy.
There's something funny about this house. You do feel yourself starting to choke a little bit.
I'm sure, I mean, that was probably my movement and action. That'd be the end of my turn.
Okay. We'll go back to Mist. You're in this room. You got one more set of blades before you can escape.
Is this a shield on the wall?
Get back in that area there. It is.
Okay. I'm gonna try to take that shield off the wall and put it in these blades to hopefully, like, I don't know, like in the movies where like they're trying to like stop the fan in the vent kind of thing, like, or like, ooh, a Nemo when he tries to get the little rock in there to have it just stop for a second so he can swim on through.
Okay. You go to
That's-
place the shield into the blades?
Yes. And I'll try to hold it there, and I'll ask these two to help me to hold it in place if it does stick.
All right. So you two see Mist go to the blades with this shield that she got off the wall. If you're assisting her, she can make a strength check with advantage.
Ooh, I'm not strong. I'm like, who here is strong? I have a -1.
we are not the strong ones. He is on the other side of the blades.
Yeah, I'm as strong as you are.
All right, it's a team effort. So I can get advantage, you said, though?
Yep.
All right. Hoping, like, Dexily get it in there, but... Girl
This
can
is
breathe.
more of like
I
you
know.
trying to resist the power of the blades.
Okay. Come on. Hey, that's not bad.
It's not bad. But like with Rogar's powerful attack, they're scraping up against the shield, and eventually you lose grip, and it catches the shield and flings it into. Does that end your turn?
That will end my turn for now, yes.
Which one of you do you think would have helped her with that endeavor? All three
I
of
would
you,
say
or-
probably me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were kind of it. Both of you kind of had a hold of the shield, Jason, and it went flying. But I mean, you can still move through the last blades if you want to try.
I think what I'd
Only-
rather do is just try to study the blades like she did to get some sort of advantage to move through it.
Very well. Make an intelligence check.
Ooh, I am not smart.
You're not getting a whole lot of insight. When you're looking at it, it seems kind of. It almost seems like to slow down and speed up at certain points, and you're having a hard time discerning any type of a pattern.
That'd be it for me for now.
Alrighty, Grim.
I am going to cast False Life on myself. As a cantrip.
Alright.
Get some temp HP here. Hey, there we go. And that will be my action. I will just get up where Jason is and prepare for the next gauntlet.
Okay. Alright. You're preparing to jump through the blades. Rogar, make a Constitution saving throw for me. You're shrugging off that poison. This don't bother your Dragonborn lungs.
Oh, I'm
you
grabbing
are-
that shield and I'm diving through.
Alright. I'll say with that shield, I'll allow a... yeah, just... how do I want to do that? Not really aiding to your... I'll say make an acrobatics check. If it hits you, the damage will be less. So you still get clipped a little bit. Not as bad thanks to the shield. So it'll be a D6 instead of a D10. So it kind of clips you in the forearm a little bit for 3 slashing damage.
Ow.
But you made it through. So now all 4 of you are in this little foyer, staring at one last obstacle before you get out of this dreadful house. And that'll bring us up to whoever wants to go for it. Mist, you're kind of first in line, or you were first in line, but
If I jump through, I want to try to jump through first and help people this time since this room's not smoke filled.
Mhm.
To assist them on when to jump. So I will jump through first.
okay, go ahead and roll acro.
Imagine it
This
just
one-
caught my tail, like my tail got snagged and I got pulled back a little.
This one's a little bit faster than the other ones for some reason. Maybe this house is speeding up because it really doesn't want you to leave. But not bad. You're still real agile, and it only caught you just a little bit on the tail for 1 point of slashing damage, but you are through.
Alright, I will be on this other side and I will tell them when to jump.
Okay. I'll,
Did I-
yeah, that's fair. You'll
I'll be
all
like, hold your
get...
tails!
Hold your tails. The rest of you will have advantage on your acrobatics checks with Mist's assistance on the other side. So, Jason, you be next in line.
Jump now!
Oh, like a like a monk would. You dive roll through right in the middle, do a nice spin. You are through. No cuts.
I would like to ready an action to pour a potion down somebody's throat if they get gnarled up by these doors.
Cool. You got a potion ready and uncorked, waiting for the next one to jump through. Which would be Old Grim.
Now.
Ugh.
Oh. It's fine. It's not the total fail.
Even with the advantage, it seems the house is getting a little bit more agitated that people are escaping, and it spins as soon as you get to it, and it does hit you for only 2 slashing damage this time. But you are through.
Alright.
I'll offer him the potion if he wants it.
I am fine, but thanks.
And since
And-
Rogar has a tail, I will definitely remind him to hold his tail as well.
Oh.
Just duct tape
Rogar,
that
you-
shield to your tail.
If you are running through Rogar, you can make your acrobat at advantage. Are you still using the shield?
I mean, yeah, if it's still holding up.
Yeah, it's a pretty good shield.
Now.
Since I have time over here, how do the walls look on the sides, like of the door front? Are they weakened at all? Because if I have time, I will just chisel away at this wall and then walk through.
This wall is brittle. This wall looks real strong. Stone and all that good stuff.
Which one's brittle?
Here. The interior walls, they're all brittle.
Yeah, I'm just jumping through.
Jumping through the blades?
Yep.
Alright. Make an acrobatics with advantage since Mist is kind of helping you out there.
Now. Oh, I really
Oh.
helped him.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was ready to get out of that house.
Between her aid and the shield that you have, one hits the shield and just kind of skirts you out. You're all out. You
Hey.
are free of the death house.
Just like to run around in the front of the house with like a cat paws and flip it off and be like, "Ah, fuck you, house!" And then the house grabs me and pulls me back in.
Oh god, what have I done? Okay. Oof, laptops. Alright. You did it! You all survived the death house. Now you're all standing outside where you saw those creepy ghost kids for the first time. As you come in, you turn around. Everything seems quiet. House looks the exact same as when you got to it. It's weird. But you're free.
I don't.
Where are those fucking kids at?
They're gone. They passed on.
You know, I feel like we need to tell somebody, like their mayor or whoever runs this place, like, hey, maybe we should get rid of that house. And they're like, nah, nah. I'm like, well, how about you go inside for a night and see how you feel? And then they'll be like, oh, we do need to get rid of this house.
I believe we were deceived. I don't think those were the same kids. They said they never left. Remember?
No, we've already told them that. They told us that. It was the house pretending to be the kids.
Yeah, it was clarifying. I agree with you.
Oh, just making sure you slept a lot in that house,
And-
so didn't know if you missed something.
But what about lunch and breakfast, dinner?
Yeah, what time is it?
I don't know what that is.
That's a good question. So you took a long rest before you went into the dungeon. spent a lot of time down there and you fought some stuff. Didn't take you too long to get out of the house. Let's say 3, 4 o'clock, something like that. Late afternoon, early evening hours.
Ah, it's my favorite time of the day.
Yes, my stomach is grumbling.
I mean, I'm fine if we just find some food and a place to go sleep. As I'm like bandaging the tip of my tail.
Maybe a stiff drink somewhere.
Well, let us look. Just begin walking.
Okay. What direction you going?
I'm gonna go back to the main
The road we came into.
Yeah.
Can I set this shit house on fire?
It's made of stone.
Was that a question? Or
Yeah,
are
that
you
was,
doing
that was
it?
a question.
You can try.
Is it made of stone
There
on the
is-
outside?
There's mostly stone, but there's a lot of wood to it as well. It's an equal combination. If it were a normal house, you'd assume that it could catch fire.
Is there a house close that would catch fire too, possibly?
There's a couple next to it, but if you look at them long enough, they're abandoned.
Oh, okay. I'll help him if he wants help.
They're pretty far away, unless it were to get pushed over.
It was
not a
more of a
windy
joke.
day, right?
I'm not setting them on fire. Let's go.
Make a nature check if it's windy. It's not that windy.
Imagine there's too much hair on my paw that I can't really feel the wind.
Not windy enough to where you think it would catch the whole neighborhood on fire.
I'm just gonna pull a ration out of my pocket as I walk down the street looking for a tavern. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm just gonna kind of get the flavor of it.
Lick it?
Yeah, just.
Where you're like licking a biscuit?
Bread.
Smelling like dried dehydrated astronaut food.
I'm rationing my rations because I don't know how long we're gonna be without potable and edible.
I mean,
food
I
and
don't
water.
have. I only have one ration left, so we have to find something.
Okay. You all start making your way down that main stretch there to the west.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the plan.
I'm looking at something here. Okay, that's good. Okay. Begin walking to your left, to your right. It looks like just a bunch of homes. All of them seem to be boarded up. Old, not very taken care of. This place is not very lively at all. When you get to about here-ish, you hear weeping. Just a lot of weeping coming from the south. Not necessarily this building, but you hear it, kind of down in here somewhere.
I'm just gonna pretend like I did not hear that weeping and keep looking for signs of a tavern of some sort.
Okay. This building on your left. Too many things. The sparse light from this building spills out from behind drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Bildrath's Mercantile.
Well, it seems we might have found a shop. Maybe someone is living in there and can tell us where a tavern might be.
Okay.
I knock on the door.
You knock on the door, and from inside you just hear, "It's open!"
I open it.
Okay.
I walk in.
You walk in. The establishment is about 70 feet long, 40 feet wide. And you see just this middle-aged man behind a counter. Dark hair. Doesn't look particularly friendly, but he's there welcoming you in. Welcome to Bill Draft's Mercantile. Looks like we got newcomers here. What can I get you?
I take it you are Bildraff?
I am Bill Draft Cantermere.
Well, Bildraff, we are in need of a place to rest and eat. Do you know where a tavern might be?
The Blood of the Vine Tavern's the only one around here. Just a little bit north, the bigger building kind of in the center of town.
Ah, well. While we're here, might we peruse around your wares?
Absolutely.
Kind of stuff you got? Kind of like general goods, or is this...
Mostly general goods. I get what I can get from the Vistani whenever they roll into town. Nothing too fancy, but I've got rations and bedrolls, books. If you want a book, I've got some.
What kind of books we talking?
I don't know. He grabs a book. Looks like this one was some sort of a diary of Lakeneer and the unfallen, I don't know. And, what's this here? Something about the truth about the gods. Bunch of stuff you get at a local library, if I had to assume.
Do you buy things, by chance?
Perhaps. Depends on what you got.
Well, I looked at Rogar. Do you wish to purchase some rations from this man?
Planned on it.
I don't think he has anything else that I desire, nor do I have anything to sell him, but...
If anyone of you likes to shoot crossbows, I've got boats. Any of you crossboaters? No? No.
I still have plenty of bolts.
Alright.
I'll
Well, if
take.
you're looking for rations,
I'll take a week of rations.
1 week of rations, 7 rations, yeah, right, right, yeah. 35 gold pieces.
That's a ridiculous amount for food.
Food is hard to come by in Barovia.
Do you by chance purchase magical items?
Magical, eh? Like
Yes.
what?
And I pull out the scrolls that we had found.
What you got there?
It seems I have one scroll of blessing, one of protection from poison, and something about a spiritual weapon.
Ooh. Yeah.
How much you give me?
He thinks to himself. 35 gold pieces.
For the lot, or just an individual one?
For the lot.
I don't know about that. This bless one, I hear it is rather useful.
What you use it for?
Well, a blessing from the gods, nonetheless. I want to try to deceive him and that it is worth much more. I just keep talking up this blessing one.
Blessing from the gods would be quite good in a place like this. Could probably sell it for 10 times as much. A lot of people here are very hopeless, you see.
What I'm saying, you double your price and you've got this whole lot.
Double.
And you know what? You keep half of it and you give the week of rations to my friend here and you got yourself a deal. I leave with some coin, he leaves with some food, and you are richer in magic.
Oh,
Everybody
35
wins.
35 for the lot, plus a week of rations for your big boy here. That's what you want to do?
No, 35 gold to me, 35 gold you keep in exchange for the rations, and you get the scrolls.
I'll get all of it.
Everybody wins, you see?
We all win. He looks at you like he's trying to play hardball. You can tell he's not very bright. So, you he
very
gets
well.
seven rations out for you. 35 gold for you. Scrolls. Yeah. Pleasure
And-
doing business with you.
Is that a book of the gods just sitting in here? Is it
He left it on the counter.
cool?
Just
I'm
kinda
gonna pick
pulls
that
it.
up, and I'm taking that. I'm gonna look at him and go, "You just saved your life," and I'm leaving.
I'll remember that. And you leave.
I give everybody 8 gold pieces.
I wasn't
got a book.
in there while that happened. I was.
So yeah,
Sneaky.
Grim, you were, or sorry, Mist, you were outside. Jason, were you doing anything in this store?
No, I was just hanging by the entrance watching this whole transpire.
Okay. So as that was happening, Mist, you were outside concerned
Jason
about the
was-
weeping.
Yeah, if Jason's hanging out around the front door, I would let him know, like, I'm gonna go see what this weeping is all about. So I'm not like approaching, but just like trying to find out where it is, spectate.
The weeping. So you go to walk in, yeah, it seems to be coming from this house right here.
Oh, it's like inside the house.
Sounds like it's coming from inside of this house. Just loud weeping.
Okay, I'm gonna peek
A
through the
moaning,
windows.
sob floats through the still gray sheets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sounds flow from a dark 2-story townhouse.
Okay, I'm gonna look through the windows, see if I can see anything going on.
The windows are pretty boarded up, but you can make out a few racks on the first floor. You don't see anyone on the first floor, and the closer you get, it kind of sounds like the sobbing is coming from the second floor. You just see just a regular old living room, couch,
there-
dining table.
A way to scale this building?
Probably. You don't know how sturdy the boards are. Someone with your agility could probably figure it out, but there is a chance that maybe some of the boards might come loose. None of these houses they all look old. This whole city looks like a ghost town.
Okay, I'll try to get my way up there.
You're just gonna climb the house?
Yep.
You know, you'd probably do it in an acrobatic way. With the
Oh.
cat-like agility. Say make an acrobatics check.
Oh.
As you suspected, you kind of get about 10 feet off, and some of the boards are very loose. You're not sure how sturdy the structure is. You haven't fallen, but you have a feeling probably not the best idea to climb this thing.
I'm gonna yell out to Mist as if we leave this mercantile and she is missing.
I'd say you probably got another minute or two missed before they're done.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Baldrith.
Am I in jumping, like wherever I am? Can I jump up enough to like to a window to just like like a trampoline style as a kid? Like you're jumping, you can see somebody else's TV, and you're like, oh, they're watching Jurassic Park, and I watch every other second of it. Kind of like.
Yes, but the windows are still boarded on the second floor as well. So
Okay. Maybe
you'd-
one good jump and then hold on to the edge of the window seal.
you can try.
Okay. What would I roll? Acrobatics
Do
still?
another acrobatics. Very swiftly, you kind of get ready in a pounce stance. Throw yourself up like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Episode 1 before he chops Darth Maul in half. Grab the window seal, but the window seal, that's what I rolled a 9 on, immediately gives way, and you start to fall.
Try to just land like a cat with my cat-like abilities.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
I'm gonna tear this whole house down.
I
For this
just
lady
call
that's
it-
crying in it.
It's cat. It's like a big scratching pose.
You roll out of it with all the grace and agility of a cat. No damage.
Alright, I'm gonna just go back to that where Jason is, still out there, hopefully by himself. Like, there's some crying on that second floor. I couldn't see in there. Just breathing a little heavy, trying to collect my breath.
Why are you so out of breath?
I tried. Scaly. This is a crappy house.
Huh. All right.
I'd say about this time is when Rogar would be coming out, followed shortly after by Grim.
Try to contain my breath, which seemed normal.
I hand the 8 gold to Jason and Mist. Everyone, we know where the inn is. It is right over there, and I just point over to where he described.
Okay.
Can I get the name of that book? What about the gods?
It's like a, what do you call it? Almost like just a brief description of, I didn't come up with a name. It's a book about the gods. Just like a general description of all the gods from the material plane.
Okay.
The lore of the gods and what they do. That's the name of the book.
Gods for dummies.
Sure. So you all start heading to the tavern, giving up on the weeping.
Yeah, I mean, no one else seemed curious about it. I'll mention it maybe while we're having a drink.
And
I'll
it does
pretend-
continue. Like you do still hear it coming from the house. It's not stopping. It's just there's pauses every once in a while.
I mean, I'm curious, but right now I want food and sleep more than anything.
Yeah, I ignore it, and anytime it is brought up, I pretend like I didn't hear it.
All right.
Do I believe that he didn't hear it? He seems very nope, nope, nope.
Are you just like wanting to roll an insight check on Grim to see if
Yeah,
he's actively ignoring the sound?
yeah.
Huh? What? The inn is right this way.
Well, hey, he has to tell you to roll a deception, not you roll it.
I've just rolled it. It's there.
He tells
Okay.
you when to roll.
Hey, I'm fine with that. He's seems like the weeping is just in your head, or maybe he doesn't have good ears, but he don't notice it.
Okay.
As far as you can tell. blinded by thirst and hunger.
Tell you what I can hear, the grumbling of my stomach.
All right. So if there's nothing else, you all head over to the Blood of the Vine Tavern that Bildrath pointed you in the way of, which is up in here. Big building in the middle of town. As you approach, you see a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Did
Do
you say
enter?
a single shaft of light thrusts? Was it?
Yeah.
Were the...
That's what I said. I didn't write it.
That's how I always describe lights coming out of it places. That light is really thrusting.
Single shaft, thrusting away, illuminating.
That is
You
a
all going inside?
big shaft of light just thrusting through.
Yeah, I think hunger is definitely leading my decisions here. I'm just gonna go in.
All right, you go in. It's, I mean, for all you can tell, it's a weird, dead city, but it's a tavern. And from what you know of taverns, you're allowed to just go in.
Are there people there? Is it like one guy in the corner and it's...
As you walk in, you see 3 women sitting at a table counter to the side. You do see one figure alone in the corner, and the barkeep, who is this kind of emotionlessly cleaning a glass. Doesn't seem to take any notice of you guys. Just
I'll walk up to that guy.
Hey.
you approach the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Still doesn't seem to notice you yet. He's real focused on this glass. He puts the glass down, picks up another glass, starts cleaning it.
I'm gonna take the glass that he just put down.
Oh, sorry. He put it down like from behind the bar. Like behind the bar, you see a bunch of glasses and wine bottles, but there's nothing on the bar itself.
I'm going to walk behind the bar and grab a glass.
Hello. Can I get you something?
Oh, now you're paying attention.
Would you like a glass of wine?
That sounds great. 4 of them.
4 glasses of wine. That'd be either 4 copper pieces, or if you want a pitcher, 1 silver.
Do the silver.
What of food? Do you have food in this establishment?
He kind of looks over to the 3 women at the table. Just wine is all we have at the moment.
And what
You
of
just-
rooms?
He's a pudgy. You just see a pudgy little man.
Do you have rooms?
Yeah, we can get you a room. There's
How
no
many?
staying here.
How many and how much?
We've got at least 4. Count you guys. We've got at least 4. And glass of wine's a copper. Glass of pitchers is silver. 3 silver a room. Looks at the women at the table. Looks back at you guys.
I just put 1 gold out. Will that cover everything?
Yeah. The rooms are upstairs. Take your pick, and I'll get you a pitcher of beer. Wine. Wine. I'll bring it to wherever you are. And he just goes to grab a pitcher and a bottle and starts filling it up.
It's gonna be beer. In a plastic cup. Plastic mixture.
I would
Can
like
I
to do a
take that-
paladin rage.
Can I take a look at the women at the table, see what he keeps glancing over at them for?
Sure. You see three ladies, more brightly. They're dressed more brightly colored. They resemble a lot of the Vistani that you encountered, Jason, before you went into Barovia. The ones that brought you along in the wagon and sort of pushed you off. Miss would also kind of recognize the type of clothing that these ladies are wearing. They don't seem to pay you much mind. And they're just kind of enjoying wine, talking amongst themselves, looking over at you every once in a while because you're clearly newcomers.
Jason, Mist, how are you on rations? Do you have anything to eat?
I have 5.
I have about a week's worth. If we need to share them amongst us, that's fine.
Well,
I
if
don't know.
my math is correct, I believe Mist has the least, so we might all have to pitch in to keep her fed. I'm going to go ahead and dip into mine now. Rogar purchased some in the shop earlier.
Why don't we just ask and see if there's a place with food around here?
Well, usually it is the tavern that has food, unless they have a restaurant of sorts.
Are you all having this conversation at the bar, or did you go find a table to sit down at?
I mean, I'm waiting for the wine, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'll be at the bar as well.
Okay.
You said
Go ahead.
you said that I also would recognize their clothing too, the ladies, so their type of clothing.
Yes. They resemble the way that the Vistani that
Okay.
you met outside before you got into the Barovian, ones that left you in that
Yeah.
camp.
I'll lean over to Jason like, you said some gypsies also tricked you as well too?
Yeah,
They
they
dressed
looked
like
like that, but not them in particular.
They told me to look for somebody called Madame Eva. Did they tell you that too?
No, I was either pushed or fell off the cart as we were traveling, and I don't know. I didn't talk to him very long.
They told me real quick, DM, to look for Madame Eva because their prince became a tyrant, and I was supposed to help with that or something, or that he knew she might have known something about this artifact also.
Said that she knew a lot of things, and also kind of told you this story about their prince who was cursed.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, if you're looking for answers, Madame Eva might know something.
Well, while they're waiting for the wine, I'm gonna
As
go up to them here in a little bit then.
as you're all like talking amongst yourselves at the bar, the figure from the corner who's sitting alone approaches you all. Kind of a younger man, but he does have light hair. Let me get a little. Show you what he looks like here.
Is his name Ryder?
No. I don't know if this is what all this is going to show you. Hopefully, it's just like his picture. I don't know what all you're about to see.
It's just his picture, I think.
But he
I see
approaches
him.
all of you and kind of leans up against the bar and looks to the barkeep. He's like,
Eric, I'll be
covering their bill, so don't worry about charging them, it's on me.
I request my gold.
Yeah, he'll put a gold out. No, he'll give you a gold.
Take it back.
He'll take a gold out and slide it over to you. At this point, Eric kind of comes in with the pitcher, sets it down, grabs 4 glasses, places them in. Enjoy the wine. Grabs a glass, starts cleaning it, stares off into space. The gentleman who gave you the gold. My name is Ismark. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. How long have you been in town?
Too long.
Oh, really? I've not seen you around.
Yeah, maybe like 12 hours or something. Too long.
Oh, I see. I'm afraid it's only gonna get worse for you then, friend. But I'll do what I can to assist you. Honestly, I probably wouldn't stay here. I have a place. I'm the son of the burgomaster here. And we have rooms, lodging for you all to stay and some food. If you'd like a little bit more comfort.
You say burgomaster?
The burgomaster.
I see.
Dang it. We're gonna eat corn babies.
Burgo. Not burger.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the burger master.
His heir, the grill master.
I am using an accent.
Well, it seems our food problem has been solved.
Come join me at the table if you'd like. We can talk. Honestly, it's been a little while since newcomers have shown up, and I could use a little bit of assistance. If it's not too much to ask.
I mean, assistance with what? We don't know you. You just came up and gave us a gold. This is all kind of weird, and we've only been here for a bit. But no offense, this not very trusting of this town.
Rightfully so. That's why I offered a little bit of hospitality.
What if we talk about assistance tomorrow, after our bellies are full of food and we have a good night's rest?
That's absolutely fair. I do something for you, maybe you return the favor. That is how a transaction should be.
Definitely let us not dwell on that word maybe. I think it is an important one in this.
Whatever you need. Whatever you prefer. Join me for the wine, and then I can take you to the Burgo Master, and we can rest. So he goes back to his place in the corner of the establishment. Leads you along. If you follow him, you may.
I wait a beat for him to like walk off, and then I just look at everybody. What are we feeling about this situation?
I mean, I don't really like being invited into strange houses here anymore.
This place seems dank. It is not hospitable at all. If this man has a place with food and better lodging, I say we play along. At least for a little while. We do not need to jump hastily into some sort of contract to assist him in whatever it is he needs assistance in. guess I just look at Rogar. What do you think, Rogar?
He seems very quick to agree. I don't trust him. He's already paid for our drinks, and then said that he does something for us, then we can do something for him. He's already done something for us.
This is true, but no agreement has been struck yet.
So instead of staying in an inn, I want to go hang out with that guy in his house.
What if we just inspect his lodging? Maybe they have better pillows, wash basins, people that will actually assist you.
From what I've seen in this place, nothing's going to be better than any other place. I wouldn't mind doing something for him. I just don't know if I want to go stay with him.
Very well. What about you, Jason? Do you agree with this?
I don't really trust him. He was very quick to buy our food and buy our wine. I don't know. Nothing in any world is really free.
Miss, do you feel the same?
Oh, 100%. I mean, if you want to go have a slumber party with him and then report back to us in the morning, more than welcome.
Frankly, I was a little worried about each of us sleeping in rooms by ourselves here. And
Yeah, we weren't gonna do that.
Oh, we can knock down all the walls, make one big room.
We can do that.
So, shall we rescind his offer, pay for our own way here, and share a room? Is that what we wish to do?
Don't say anything to him right now. Just let him be over there. I kind of have another matter I would like to attend to anyway.
I think we need to discuss what we're doing before we jump on this guy's bandwagon.
Yes, it is getting later, and we are going to need a place to lay our heads for the night.
Why don't we stay here and offer to meet him in the morning?
I'm fine with that.
That sounds good enough. I will walk over to this guy's creepy corner and I will toss him the gold. We have had a change of heart. We would like to stay here for the night and prefer to pay for our own way. But we do have interest in meeting your burger master and possibly assisting you. Would it be viable for us to meet you in the morning?
Absolutely, if that's better for you all. Sorry if I came on a little strong. It's been a weird couple of days, and we're not used to outsiders. So, yeah, I can come back in the morning.
Very well.
Takes the gold piece and lifts up his wine glass, takes a drink, and then just goes back to sitting.
Can we ask him to leave also? We just don't want you here right now.
I imagine we sit like as far away from him as possible, and every now and just look up at him and just pretend like
We're all sitting on the same side of the table, just staring at him.
It's like breaking up with a significant other and having to live with them for a little while longer.
He stares at you too. He's just staring at. No, not really. He pulls out a little book. He reads, and just finishing his wine. At
Did
first
you,
glance, he's not. What?
Go ahead.
I mean, at first glance, unless you all want to roll insight checks, I mean, he doesn't seem to be eyeing you up in any weird way.
I mean, did he at least seem honest when he came up to us, like just out of desperation coming up to us, seeing we look like adventurers, or is he like, ooh, new people to sacrifice to the death house?
Insight check.
Get there. Damn it!
A little hard to read. He seemed friendlier than the barkeep.
Okay.
Did you come back, Grim? Are you at the table once again with us?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you all have a plan? Do we have any idea on why we're all here?
I mean, I want to go talk to those ladies because they are dressed like the people who sent me here. So, I'm
Go talk to
curious
them.
Alright, bye. And I just leave and go up to the ladies' table.
Mist goes to walk up to the three ladies sitting at the table.
Hi, may I sit here with you for a bit?
Sure. Is there anything we can help you with?
Do you happen to be part of the Vistani?
Hey, we are.
Oh,
I'm
wonderful.
Alenka. This is Maribel, and that's Sorvia.
Oh.
We're the owners of this establishment.
Oh, quite lovely. Your barkeep is a bit off, but thank you for the hospitality.
Oh, Eric is, he's a simple man. Most are, honestly. But, Barovians are really hit and miss when it comes to personality.
Understand. Do you happen to know where Madame Eva is by chance? I'm new around here and looking for her.
Oh, that's interesting that you know of Madame Eva. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's, you know exactly where she is.
Oh, I would love to talk to her. Stanimir. He was the one who directed me in her direction.
Oh, Stalamir and his stories.
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful storyteller, wonderful.
One of the best that we have. Make a persuasion check.
Come on. Oh, and I clicked it. Son of a... Sorry, I just had to get it out of my system. I'm so frustrated with all these low rolls on my good skills.
For another silver piece, I can get you a map.
About a gold for as much information and a map. I don't have anywhere to go this evening, so I do have time.
She kind of looks at you and looks at your satchel expectantly, intrigued.
Okay.
Show me the gold.
I pull out a gold. I lay it down on the table and I slide it over to her.
Sorvia grabs it. She gets up, walks to the back of the bar, past Eric, who doesn't even acknowledge anyone's presence, grabs a map from behind the bar, comes back and hands it to you. Let me get that map to you. I hope this only shows the map. If it shows more than the map, delete it.
It looks like it's just a map.
Okay.
Yeah, like with the lake and woods. There's like a whole bunch of letters, I'm guessing, that are markers.
Yes.
Cool.
So, she points to the area marked G, if you look at the map.
Okay. Near Tesser Pool? Tesser
Yep.
Falls? Okay.
That's where our main encampment is, and that's where Madame Eva will be.
Okay. So we're at E, and then we get to G. Okay.
Yes, you are at E.
Well, I've been spelling Barovia wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
I have it like Barovia.
Barovia, here we go again.
Sorry. All right. So I would like to tell them about how I got here and if they know if we are on a different plane or if I was teleported through fog, trying to get this gold information.
So what exactly are you asking?
So I was Stanimir brought me here through a fog of some sort. I'm not really in the land I was in originally. Is this a practice of your people of maybe traveling?
The story he told you, I assume, was about a prince, yes?
Yes.
The prince is Strahd Vanzarovich. We're always trying to find ways to help him with his curse. So far it's been unfruitful. Other Vistani are more eager for it than others. But as far as where you are, it's sort of its own plane of existence, if you will.
So the fog is just brought about by the story being told?
Brought by the will of Strahd. Sometimes he gets bored. Sometimes... I mean, he's been doing this for lords know how long.
So he is aware of us, then if he brought the fog to us.
More than likely. There's not a lot that gets by him in his own land.
Interesting. So it's all just a big game to him.
That's hard to say. Depends on the type of people that get brought in. I do think legitimately he liked to try to find someone to replace him, so he could try to rest. So far, none have been deemed worthy.
So he's trying to break his own curse.
From what we can gather, I'm not the one to ask the detailed questions to. That would be Madame Eva herself. This is sort of just all speculation from one Vistana to another. We've all been told stories for generations, so we don't all really know.
So then is this town, is this how all towns are, like, in this place?
What do you mean?
Sad, abandoned, fallen apart, absent-minded people. Lots of
There's a bit.
crying.
Oh yeah, it's been going on for a number of days now. Driving me mad. It's Mad Mary.
Do you mind if my friends join us? Or is this information more so just for me?
Feel free to share it with your friends, but not to be rude or nothing, but we're in the middle of something and we're trying to be friendly, but we'd like to get
Oh,
back to it sooner rather
I'm
than later.
so sorry. What was I interrupting? I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's just girls' night.
Oh, love girls' night. Okay, we'll keep the boys over there for a little bit longer then. No worries. I'm almost done. So Mad Mary, you said she was crying.
Yes. We don't know why.
Oh, I mean she's mad, right? So
Well,
makes
that's what they
sense.
call her. We don't go around people's houses and interrogate them on a regular basis. We kind of just manage the bar, and sometimes someone will stumble in.
It
Like
would be,
Eastmark the Lesser over there.
it would. Oh, yeah. I mean, it would be ridiculous to like scale somebody's building and see why they were crying. Very rude of somebody to do.
Fun though.
Is oh, anyway, just kind of like go past it. So Ismark is who is he? I'm assuming you saw him approach us.
Mm-hmm. We did.
What how do you feel about him?
Doesn't really bother us much. Bit of a bleeding heart, that one, I would say. He and his sister. Her father is sort of the mayor, if you will, of this place. You call him the burgomaster.
Sorry, I'm typing notes. I guess he was pretty eager for our help. Is he eager to all the newcomers in this town?
Nowadays, yeah. Wasn't so much a handful of years ago.
Well, thank you so much for this. And I will toss over another gold. If you have any other information that you think would be useful for new adventurers in this group, or how to break the curse of your fallen prince, we're here to assist. So please let me know, and I will probably be visiting Madame Eva soon too. So any words to her of us and good fortune would be wonderful.
Passed alone. And, don't go killing any ravens.
Noted. Are ravens yours?
Oh, it just means imminent doom if you kill a raven in Barovia.
Good to know. Thank you.
There's also an old windmill. Avoid that at all costs.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
You
Totally
imagine
wonderful.
that's
Yeah,
what
but
that's the
sitting there thinking-
gold's worth of information is
I'm
those two little tidbits.
Sitting there thinking like, ooh, we're going to that windmill. That windmill was owned by, I'm guessing, what was that family's name that we just got out of their farm house?
Durst.
Durst.
The windmill. No, the windmill is like it's not in this village. She mentions it's like in between Valeki and Barovia, the village of Barovia.
Between what? Valeki?
Valeki, it's a town on the map,
Okay.
not labeled yet, but
I will head back to my table, and if they have more to say to me, they know where I am, and I'll leave their girls' night.
Oh no, not girls'
Oh.
night.
while that was happening, what were the three of you doing?
Well, Rogar had asked about plans. Well, you see, Rogar, I came here because I learned that my My grandmother may be here. So I came here of my own volition. As far as any sort of plan, I get my guidance from my deity. I shall commune with him tonight and let you know if he imparts any words of wisdom to me.
You quiet guy.
I've been tracking down some missing orphans for the last couple years. I've kind of ran out of any leads until I came here. And, well, I met the Vishani and they led me here.
Well, I have no fucking reason to be here. But I have gained blessings from Tiamat since being here. So I'm assuming that that means I'm on the right path. Something to do with you weirdos.
Well, might be beneficial to stick around until we find a better offer.
Yeah, I think we're grouped up how we're supposed to be. Not with that weird guy sitting in the corner over there. Fuck him.
Oh yes, we did not merely cross paths, our paths converged. I think we are destined to travel together, as we are all in the same predicament.
Well, at least until we find a way through that fog.
And throughout all of that, I've probably gotten up like 5 times to get more pitchers of wine. Just like walking behind Mist as she's having girls' night with those old ladies. Just keep going through the background, getting more wine. A couple minutes later, walking back and getting more wine.
Yeah. You do. You have to get Eric's attention every time, though.
Yeah, I hate him.
But he does it gladly. Well, what you assume is gladly. Not a lot of emotion there.
I mean, as long as it gets done, I don't care how he feels about it.
Yeah, just mark off a silver piece for every new pitcher you get. How fast are you drinking them?
I mean, I'm drinking a lot. I marked off 2 more silvers, so 2 more pitchers have gone through in the time Mist has been having a conversation.
Sweet. You're giving him a lot of work to do with them glass cleaning. It's the most action he's had in days. Okay. At this point, Mist, you rejoining your friends. What else you guys doing before you get to your rooms?
Oh. I'll relate to them also any information that I just got about Madame Eva, Strahd, Mad Mary, Ismark, don't kill ravens, don't go to the windmill. Like, they were a chatty bunch. To be fair, I paid them off pretty well.
Do you trust these people? Aren't they the same people that tricked you into coming here?
Oh, finding them intriguing and trusting are 2 different things. They are a fascinating group of people, but trust, they have not earned that. Same kind of goes for you all, too.
We were actually just discussing all of us meeting up here. We think it's not just a coincidence. Do you have a reason to be here? These 2 seem to.
I was looking for somebody before we got here. I have a trinket of sorts that I am trying to discover more about. And then I ran into you guys after the fog, so really my curiosity and looking for somebody is what brought me here. I do get distracted quite easily, so this is a fine rabbit hole for me.
You guys need to keep better tabs on people close to you.
What do you
There's
mean?
no keeping tabs on my grandmother. Does as she wishes.
Oh, the person I'm looking for I've never met before.
I
Just
guess I'm
wondering-
helping you find people.
Well, why are you here? You said you were following a sword? So,
Yeah, now it's gone.
I mean, I guess you need to keep an eye on your swords then.
Not my sword.
Oh,
Now I don't really care about it. Had to just fight a house.
it's true.
Mistio mentioned something of a trinket that you wish to discover more about. Is this something that you possess?
Yes, but in time, maybe I'll show it to you. You might be somebody who would find it fascinating, maybe not.
Well,
I just liked collecting trinkets.
the reason I ask is that is kind of my specialty. I go to various ruins, find trinkets, baubles, artifacts. I research and study them. Try to find what powers they hold.
Interesting. I'll let you know if I need your assistance, but that is very welcome. Thank you.
How about we go inspect them rooms? See what we got ahead of us for the night.
Before that, let's make a deal.
A deal.
We're all
Kind of
gonna
deal.
work together and not kill each other until we get out of here. That sounds
this-
favorable.
Is a deal really necessary? I feel like it should be implied by now. There was ample opportunity for any of us to kill one another.
Right.
I think in a place like this, the deal would probably come in pretty handy. There's been nothing but doom and gloom and literal houses trying to kill us.
I am in, but only if it is a blood deal.
How handy. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Why don't we just shake hands? Sorry, I do not like.
No,
Blood
blood
in
is
my
necessary.
It's a pact.
Does-
If you break
does
a
it have to
blood
be-
pact, then you get banished into the hells of gods that we worship. That's, you don't want to do that.
We don't know that for a certainty, but yes, he is right, more or less.
Does it have to be my blood?
I mean, we don't have to,
course.
like, drink each other's blood. It's just as easy as this. And then I'll just, like, squeeze my claws into my hand and drain a bunch of blood onto the table.
I excitingly pull a dagger out and do a little cut on my hand as well. And then I hold the dagger out in case it miss.
I look
I-
over at Jason like, is this normal?
No, but and I'll do the same. I'll just cut my hand and squeeze them out.
I will take my dagger and do a very small prick. And let one little drop fall.
I kind of take two giant fingers and then swirl it, and then drag it across, like, a chest plate of my armor. Now we're bound.
Oh. Nothing more I love to be tied down. Perfect.
I mean, if you want, you could go solo.
Oh no, it's not that. It just the blood part seems ridiculous. But I'm happy to oblige. So
So I know you're not going to steal things off me in the middle of the night, or stab me in the throat. I'd like to be able to sleep.
I mean, I wouldn't stab you, but the stealing thing, you don't have anything I would like to steal. If you have something I like, I'll let you know.
It's already working.
Just gonna let him think that, like, yep.
I'm going to pull a ration out and just smell it. I'm not used to living this lack of lavishness.
As you all do your blood packs, your planning, exchanging of information, do you eventually make your way up the stairs to your room or rooms?
Yup.
Yeah, let's look at each of these rooms and pick the better of the four.
I mean, we can do 2 and 2.
Oh, that'd work too.
You go up and you look at all the rooms. There's about 10 rooms up here. Eric just knew there was at least 4.
Did we get keys or anything, or is it just a bunch of random rooms?
Just a bunch of random rooms. He didn't give me the keys. There's no keys.
Sweet.
It's just a hostel.
There's individual rooms and doors, but no keys. They look exactly the same. Same layout.
Are they all 1 or 2 beds?
They were all 1 bedroom. There's 2 at the far end that are like a double.
Is there anybody in this?
No. All the doors are open.
This
Nobody's
works.
there.
Rogar, do you mind tracking one of these beds into another room so we just
These-
have 2 beds? in
These 2 rooms have 2 beds in them.
I thought
That's
we
why I
said-
picked these.
Well then, shall we settle in for the night?
I go into the one on the right.
Oh. Make a dexterity saving throw. I'm just kidding.
Take all my shit off. I'm gonna flip through the shitty book.
It is basically learning about gods for dummies.
Sweet.
It's like a children's book that just goes through the different deities of the world.
Nothing interesting in it?
That's up to you. If you like learning about the basics of every god that there is, there's a nice little nothing about Tiamat. Seems like these are all the nature gods, and the light gods,
Yeah.
the peace gods.
Is there an end table in this room?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna place it in there. It'll be like the King James Bible at a hotel.
Oddly enough, there's nothing in the end table, so it is the first book that's
Nice.
probably ever been put in there.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
You all
Oh.
choose your rooms.
Yeah, I go into a room as well.
Who's bunking with who? Got 2 and 2, or you all can decide to try to squeeze into 1.
Well, now that we know that there's 2 doubles, I'm just gonna pick one of those.
And they are across the hall from each other.
Almost want to bunk with Grim just to freak him out as a black cat, but I will probably stay in a room with either Jason or Rogar because I just don't want to deal with the drama tonight. Just want to sleep. Freak him out another night.
I'm choosing the one that doesn't have Rogar in it. So Rogar's in one, I'm in another.
Girl went to the right, Grim went to the left.
I will go with Rogar.
Yeah, I'll bunk with Grim.
Okay. You all get situated in this. Not the most comfortable bed in the world, but not the most uncomfortable bed in the world.
Is it more comfortable than that child's bed?
Yes, it is more comfortable than the child's bed.
It's great.
Because it's a big size. It's not a child size. But you all eventually find yourselves asleep in this weird place that you're in. But hey, at least this structure doesn't want to eat you. And you all level up to level 3.
Oh yeah.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Level 3.
3.
See if I don't
Get
roll a
y'all's-
1 again.
Yeah, you guys can roll your HP now if you like.
Hey. Done. X.
Let's see.
X.
Ooh.
think I'm just gonna go with the average. I rolled really well last time.
Lame.
I rolled really well last time.
Lame.
And then, are we still on right now? Are we taking the break?
We're on right now. I was gonna let
Oh.
everybody roll and get their stuff done. I can kick it
Oh.
off whenever you want.
Do you want to say? Is anybody want to say what they're going into for their archetype?
Conquest.
Sun Soul.
Inquisitive.
I am doing the Pact of the Blade.
Y'all are getting dangerous.
Getting dangerous.
You're getting ready to be able to take on the threats and the scaries of Barovia. One house at a time.
Oh, she got my guided strike this level.
I'm ready to meet this burger master, go check out this windmill that we have the deed to. I'm ready to get some real food in my belly.
Alright, I'm kicking it off. We'll be back.
Burger Master does not have burgers.
Subscribe, click the bell, push all the buttons.
Yeah.
Subscribe, things, buttons.
Black.
Everybody get up, it's time to Space Jam.
Space Jam.
We now have to play basketball against Michael Jordan to get to Strahd.
Michael Jordan is Strahd.
Yeah, but it's Michael B. Jordan.
Ooh.
So does that mean
Oh.
Strahd's wearing like a Hanes shirt without a tag? Because, you know, can't have those tags so he doesn't have the itch. No?
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, we're
Yeah,
back. Sorry, guys.
Welcome, internet, to our Space Jam conversation. Hey, our protagonists just took a long rest after escaping the death house, finding a mercantile, finding a tavern, having awkward conversations with awkward Barovians, and now they awake. Now level 3, feeling a little bit stronger. Protagonists, the day is yours.
I feel a little bit stronger.
Is Rogar a snorer by chance?
That is exactly the reason I did not enter his room. My suspicions were that he snores. So I am curious of this as well.
Are you a snorer, Rogar? Your brother is.
Oh, then
That's
I'm
true,
probably
it is.
not.
It is canon, your brother is.
Brother is, I'm not.
Yeah, missed you very much to your surprise. It was not a bad rest.
At most, you might get like heavy dog breathing while they're sleeping. Like my nostrils will just like flare up and be like. You'll just hear that every once in a while, but there's not really snoring.
Okay, I imagine I just purr when I'm having a really great dream.
There are no good dreams in Barovia.
We're just noisemakers. We're the perfect white noisemakers in a room for each other to sleep.
Jason,
What's
you're
your
gonna
group name, White Noisemakers.
Jason, you're gonna see all sorts of weird stuff in our room. I sleep with my sword. I keep it like within my hands at all times. I speak to it before I go to bed, and also when I wake up with it.
I have night terrors of being on fire, so
Rokard,
I'll
I
just start
picked
flailing
that.
around and falling out of bed screaming I'm on fire.
When I wake up, I am going to do this and prepare my spells.
Can you read all this aloud of what you're doing? I'm kidding.
I mean, I can give you the gist of it. Essentially, I'm performing a ritual with my sword to turn it into my packed weapon so that I can just summon it at will.
I love that. It's one of my favorite parts about warlocks.
While he's doing that, I'll kind of put my back to him and change my wraps on my arms.
Okay.
Which, if he looks up at all, he'll notice that I am covered from knuckles to shoulders in burnt scars.
I probably won't. I imagine that this takes concentration. It's like an hour, so I'm gonna be like locked in, focused.
Yeah, you change and you just look over and Grim's just doing some weird stuff with his sword. Change your wraps up. After a little while, if you are staying there, eventually the sword just he does a little hand gesture and the sword just disappears. The ritual is complete.
Huh?
Any morning
Holy
rituals for Rogar
shit.
or Mist?
I mean, it takes me like an hour to get all my armor on, so that's my morning
Alright.
ritual.
I just have one long leg up over my head clean. No, I'm kidding.
Scratch the shit out of the bedposts.
I need a.
This
Is there
necessary?
is there such
That's
thing as a
more-
laser pointer in D&D lore?
At 4 o'clock in the morning, she just runs around the room for no reason.
No, I'm not doing anything in particular. Maybe like just sharpen my blades up a little bit. While he's doing that, maybe just practice my dagger accuracy. Ask if he needs help with his armor. it.
I'm probably pretty proficient in it. I have to do it every day.
I'm just gonna time him. That's what I'm actually gonna do. I'm gonna time him in my head and see how long it takes him to get his armor on.
Hmm. You're just counting in your head?
Yep.
You're gonna roll something. Because you've admitted to the world that you get distracted easily.
Not by the stuff. I get distracted by like more so interesting facts and trinkets. Like that's kind of like more so care about
Sure.
folklore. and
Fine,
stuff.
Sam. You
I'm just
counted
trying.
out. He got that shit done in 57 minutes and 17 seconds. Fast.
Nice.
57 minutes and 17 seconds. Got it.
Oh, never mind. It takes me 10 minutes to put it on and
Yeah,
5 minutes to take off. I looked it up.
Yeah, it takes longer to doff than don.
It doesn't take me an hour.
It's okay,
I guess
I'm-
my other 50 minutes would just be like mumbling shit about Tiamat.
Oh, I could ask if he gets done early. Then I'll be like, "Hey, teach her some good leg exercises." We'll just practice leg exercises.
Okay, first, you get 70 pounds of armor on. Then you put your weapons on your back. And you just walk.
What if I don't have that much armor and I have very light weapons?
Pick up a tree or something. Carry a tree and walk.
I was thinking more like squats.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you could pick up a tree and squat.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I might start with a branch, small one.
I don't think that'd do anything.
Maybe not for you, but for me.
Here, why don't you try this bed, and I'll just throw the bed at her?
I'm gonna ducks out of the way for that. Jump out of the
roll a strength check and missed. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Fine.
The bed is a little bit heavier than it looked, so you kind of went with it with like a flimsy wrist, and just like you slid it across the floor, and Miss just jumped on it.
Well, that's the wrong
Like
way. You're
Stevens.
supposed to be under it.
Like
Lift it
Steven
up.
Seagal jumping over
I mean,
a car.
I don't want to be like strong legs. I want to be like, oh, I can jump even higher now legs. Like really build up those muscles.
Oh, okay.
Jump higher now, legs.
Try this. And then I'm just gonna place my hands, like, on her shoulders. Okay, jump. Just gonna hold her to the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna jump.
Feel like this would be strength on strength.
Mm-hmm.
Regular checks, not saving throws. Wow.
Oh! That's gonna be
Strong
like at least an inch of movement for
I
sure.
feel like that's. I feel like I'm doing like calf raises right. This is a good calf raise workout.
It's a critical, but it is only a 19, and he rolled a 20. You get, Rogar, you are surprised that the cat actually got like 6 inches off the ground.
Okay, just do that 500 more times. And you'll have very strong legs.
Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to jump, and I guess I'm gonna get exhausted real quick, and then it will just be calf raises at that point.
We can do this one more time before we move on to the next
We're
thing.
doing it like 100 times, though. We need to roll 100 times.
Gotta get
Do
those
one
reps.
more time. Do one more time. I mean, we can play rollies all day.
Mm.
Yeah, that first jump missed really made the calves a little sore. So this second one doesn't quite. You just do one real heavy calf raise, and you think you're good. That was a good workout for the day.
Alright, 99 more.
All right. This is our morning routine now.
So that's your hour. That's your hour. You all spent an hour doing stuff.
Was it?
Now what do you do?
In my communing with my sword, I do want to have got Mordok up to date on everything that we've been through and ask him if he has any guidance.
Religion check.
Okay.
Doing well on those rolls. Well, it seems you've got a good group of people. Stay close to them. Learn as much as you can from this place and these Vistani.
I do not trust them, do you?
No, do not trust them. If they led a couple of your companions to this place, and they seem to be able to move freely in and out when no one else can, something more to them. Doesn't mean they don't know things. Learn what you can, but do not trust. Be mindful.
Very well. Well, there's nothing else. I thank you for the powers you have bestowed upon me for my hard work.
Oh, you're very welcome, Sebastian. You are earning them.
And then I dismiss my blade.
If there's nothing else, you all know that you told Ismark that you would meet with him in the morning. So you may feel free to go downstairs.
Good workout. I need wine.
You see Eric, the barkeep, behind the bar. He's changed his shirt.
Nice.
He's cleaning some glasses.
Wine guy.
Oh. He's looking for glasses, and he's just, oh, there's one. Cool. It's 1 copper per glass and 1 silver per pitcher.
Here's a silver. I get a picture.
All right. It's like that every time. He tells you every time, like he doesn't remember you, what everything costs every single time you go up there.
It's fine.
Is there anybody new in the bar this morning?
It's empty. Ismark's not there yet. Neither are the owners.
I'm gonna drink directly from this pitcher. Instead of using a glass, I'm just gonna drink from the pitcher and hang out while we wait on this weird guy.
Okay.
Is it actually daytime? Like, is there light coming through the windows, or?
It's light, but it's not direct sunlight.
So it's like a bright overcast.
Yes.
Okay.
So the light's not thrusting through, is what you're saying.
No more thrusting.
The light only
Not on
thrusts
this day.
out.
It only thrusts out, doesn't thrust in, and it's only from buildings, inside of things.
Buildings are just
Anyway.
thrusting their light at each other.
Like a disco. Anyway. A few minutes pass. You may choose to have conversation if you like, but the door's open and it's Ismark who comes in and... good morning to you all. I hope the rooms here weren't too terrible.
They were all right.
Very good. Well, I see you already got started. Eric, I'll also... 2 more pitches, please. Let's have a seat. He goes and gets the same corner table, grabs the pitchers, brings them to you guys and the glasses, and sits. So, I don't know how much you all know of this place. The Devil Strahd is sort of the tyrant and lord of these lands. He's been oddly attracted to my sister Irina and has tried visiting her a lot. Has visited her a lot. Our home used to be attacked by wolves and other creatures almost nightly for weeks. I'd really liked. I don't know what Strahd wants with her, but I need to get her out of this village. I'd like to get her to Valaki if I could. Now the roads outside are treacherous, and the woods surrounding even more so, and I would need assistance getting there unscathed. I've met a few of the Barovians, and they're not strong or helpful in most ways, and the Vistani, well, they prefer to remain neutral in most matters here. So I was hoping that you could assist me in getting my sister to safety, and perhaps can help you in any way you can. Any way I can. Any way you need.
Very well. Let us, if you do not mind, I would like to discuss this with my friends in private.
Oh, absolutely. I'll looks around. I'll sit over there and just points to the far corner and takes his glass of wine, fills it up to the top, and walks away.
What do you all think? Do we want to go on this mission? Or do we wish to explore this city more?
I mean, I don't care about this city, but it sounds like we need to go to that other town by the lake. I mean, it just depends on where he wants us to go. If it lines up, sure. I mean, I don't really care if his sister's banging Strahd.
Derek, where on the map does he want us to take her? Or is it even on the map you gave me?
It is. I'm just trying to remember now. That's what I'm actually looking up right now.
And I would have shared this map with everybody, so everyone knows I have it.
And you did tell us you needed to go to that town, right? That other town? Or did you not say that?
I did. If Derek wants to share the map with y'all, he can.
I mean, we have the map. He gave it to all of us.
Oh, cool. It's G is where I need to go. So just a little to the west of where we are now.
I was just making sure you actually told us that and weren't keeping it secret.
No, I would have told y'all everything. We're stuck here together. We got to get out of here. So.
And we made a blood pact. You know, if you break it, you're gonna get eaten by Tiamat.
I raise one concern about this letter G that we must travel to. I sought out my deity and spoke with him, and I agree with him. I do not trust these Vistani people. So if we must travel there to meet with more Vistani, I'm fine with it, but I think we should tread extremely carefully. I think that they are looking to deceive us. They've already deceived two of you in getting you here.
I mean, it wasn't them who brought us here. It was Strahd.
Yes, in the grand scheme of things, it could be Strahd who used the Vistani as a way of getting us here. Regardless, I do not wish to have dealings with them if I do not have to.
On the other hand, do we want to help this guy out and risk pissing this prince off? I mean, they're banging. Take the girl out of the equation, he might be mad at us.
I think we need to see the girl first. Understand really what she wants rather than letting her brother speak for her.
We could glean more insights, and frankly, I am interested in this food that he has been speaking about.
Yeah, I
So
could eat.
why don't we go to his place and gather more information before we make any decisions?
We all good with that?
We agreed?
Yes.
Wave him back over.
Okay, and just so you all know, Valaki is the letter N on the map. So it's a ways up.
It's a ways. That's multiple days of travel there.
Oh yeah.
Me, or does the tree underneath, like the letter N, look like North America?
It does.
That's a section of forest.
I know, the forest looks like North America.
So we could just, we could pass through this town you need to go to, Mist, on the way. Right?
Yeah, I think so. That's a place we could take rest if we need.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that far, we've got time. We can take a break.
Okay. You wave Ismark back over and he comes back. What have you all decided?
We have decided that you shall take us to this burgomaster place that you speak of that has food and accommodations, and we shall inquiry with your sister and see how we feel there.
Absolutely. Burgomaster. It's like a
Yes.
mayor. It's an older term.
Yes, and I would like to speak to him as well, and also why I have you here. I'm looking for someone. Do you happen to know where a Uriel Grimlock?
When you mention meeting the Burgomaster, he's about to speak and say something, but then you keep talking. Uriel Grimlock. Can you describe this person?
Yes, she is like me, slightly pointed ears, half elf, except she is extremely more badass in every single way.
Like you, what is this? Your sister, or?
No, she is my grandmother. She has pure white hair. And, yes.
I did not meet anyone personally by this name, but I seem to recall someone matching that description.
Do you know where that person went, by chance?
Kind of looks at you. Most outsiders that stumble into Barovia. I'm so sorry, they usually don't survive.
Ah, yes, but you see, this is my grandmother, you see, and, she would not go easily.
Be that
Is
as
there
it may, I don't know.
Is there perchance a trail of dead creatures or monsters? That is likely where she will be.
There always is a trail of dead things in the Svalak woods. It's
The woods, so maybe that is where she is. Miss, you spoke of seeking out someone as well. Would you like to inquiry with Ismak?
Oh, I know I have a couple people, but I know which one I'm tracking right now, where they are.
Ah, very well. Then off to this food and burger master.
Go.
These burgers better be good.
Shit.
A lot of talk about this
Oh.
burger master.
Hello, great burger.
So you all finish your wine. You head to the Burgomaster's place, which is south, down here. On the way there, you do still hear some weeping coming from this house. You all hear it, whether or not you choose to acknowledge it. It's up to you. And on the way, Ismar goes, not everyone in Barovia knows this yet, but my father passed away a few days ago.
Your father, the burgomaster?
The Burgomaster, yeah. He passed away 3 nights ago. So it's just my sister and I.
So there's no burgers.
There's still food. I'm happy to give you food.
Hmm.
I don't know about these burgers, but we've
So,
got,
would that make you the new burger master?
I suppose so. It's not really a lot of things that can be done around this village. Most of the Barovians have lost hope in themselves. They've lost hope in everything.
How did he pass away?
Old age, stress.
High cholesterol from the burgers.
There's no... I don't understand that, but you are more well-traveled than I am. These creatures, and you're all talking and walking, these creatures that always attacked our home at night trying to get to my sister, they haven't since my father passed away, strangely.
You said they were wolves?
Wolves, dire wolves, normal wolves,
Some
bats, all sorts of manner of creature that Strahd likes to use as spies.
savage and wild canines, and I just look at Mist to gauge her reaction.
You don't see any reaction.
Ismark, if we are to accept your deal and travel with you and take you to wherever it was you wanted, what guarantees do we have that you can take care of yourself? Are you a warrior, a fighter?
I've been training with my blades for quite some time. I'm a decent shot as well. You see he's got a long sword, a short sword, and a crossbow.
What of your sister? Is she a trained fighter?
She can handle herself in a manner of speaking. She's very strong-willed. Younger than me, hasn't had the opportunity to do as much training. But
We're
she
not
does...
talking about a child here, are we?
No. She's what is she? About 24 years old.
Ah,
No.
yes.
And you have to understand, with Strahd being out and about, she doesn't do a lot of walkabouts. The people in this town are fearful of her because they know that Strahd fancies her. So
Nathan raised a good point. If you are the new burgomaster, and all of this town is yours to claim, why venture away from it and leave?
no town in this place belongs to any of us. It's all Strahd's. Any burgomaster in any of these villages, it's all false power.
What is in Lake Near, wherever we are headed, that you want to go? What is there? What is there that is not here?
What is what?
The place that you wish us to transport you and your sister, what is there that is not here?
Valaki, um, it's a little bit farther away from Strahd's castle. He doesn't have as much influence there. He mainly focuses on this village.
But you said that the wolves, they stopped coming here once your father passed. It seems as though your problems have passed.
Perhaps, but I don't really feel like taking a chance.
Strahd's still
very
banging
well
his
just-
sister. We gotta
What
get
if-
out of here.
What if Strahd was after
She
your
is
father?
not, absolutely not banging Strahd the devil.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I get it.
There is something wrong with it. He is a devil.
Yeah.
What does your sister want? You've pitched your plan and what you want for your sister. What if she wants to stay with Strahd?
I don't think she does. You're more than welcome to ask her yourself. I say about this time you get to the house. He goes to open the door, and it's locked, and he knocks on the door. Arena, it's me. I brought back those adventurers I found in the bar. After a couple seconds, you hear latches unlocking and all that stuff, and the door opens. And you see, well, to describe the mansion, first, it's a weary-looking mansion that squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. And they knocks on the door, they open the door, and they shut the door. There stands Irina. She's got auburn hair, just like Eastmark's head. Mid to early 20s, about 24 years old. Oh,
I
please,
bow.
come in. Oh, thank you. Please come in. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The Burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Who?
Nothing.
We were told there would be food and provisions here. We have been traveling a long way and our bellies are rather empty.
Oh, of course, please. Ismark, show them the kitchen. Right this way. Leads you into the kitchen area. They both prepare some snacks, some vegetables, some fruits. They pull out some meat, start cooking it. Appears to be some sort of cow meat. You guys don't get burgers, but you get food.
I would like to take a ration and a bowl and put water in it and mix it up. And then any food that they prepare, I am going to try to prepare it for travel. So meat, I'm gonna, if there is salt, I will salt it and wrap it up. Anything that
Yeah.
I can store and keep.
They've got a little bit. You do find they do offer you some salt. It's not a crazy lot of stuff here, but they make do. So, um, my brother got you to take me to Valaki, or at least someplace outside of this village?
That where you would like to go?
Just want to be left alone. But ever since our father died, I don't feel right just leaving him here. I'd like to see that he gets a proper burial, that he gets put to rest. She looks at Ismark and's like, I mean, I can handle that once you're out. I think the more pressing matter is to get you to safety. It wouldn't take much time to take him across town to bury him.
Would not want to go days traveling and return to a body in this place. I agree with your sister. I think we should go take care of the remains first. What is the haste?
Like I said, it's nightly that these creatures assault us, try to get to Arena. Strahd's already visited her twice.
But you said it yourself. Since her father has passed, the assaults have diminished.
Now? What if it's a trick? What if it's some sort of a diversion? Or what if he's just doing this so that Arena feels safe enough to exit and then someone... I don't know. I'm just trying to keep my sister safe.
How
Irina puts her hand on his hand, but you start to speak, and she listens to you.
how does Strahd visit you?
It's hazy. I used to leave the house more often than I do now. He has, he's got magical ability. And when he's near, I have a hard time resisting. He can only come inside when invited. And I've not invited him in.
What do you mean you have a hard time resisting? Like a calling?
It's, some sort of witchcraft or whatever magic he possesses. He's able to convince me not to run, that he means no harm. And then after he leaves, I can tell I've been tricked.
Why don't we just try to give your father a proper burial before you leave and say goodbye? And we all can go together, including you, Ismark.
Oh, of course, I wouldn't ask you to do this without me.
I would like to slink away from the table real quick, potentially. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Ismark and Irina are definitely in their thoughts when telling these stories, and everyone else is paying attention, so they're not looking at you as you
I just
stealth
kind
on
of
away.
feign going to check something in my pack, and then I go over to this where this body is, just laying
Okay.
on the floor. I imagine something. You said it was in a coffin or something draped
Yeah,
over or
it's
something.
it's a coffin on the ground. They don't have it on a table or anything. But they did
I'm
their
a-
best to make it look not morbid.
Is it nailed closed? I would like to lift the hatch and take a peek in.
It's not nailed. You can open it.
Just
and you
take a
do sure.
take a gander. I want to see if there are any signs of what may have killed him.
Make a medicine check.
Ooh. Oh.
It's not bad. Doing your best to not like strip him completely. You don't see any signs of bruising or blood or wounds. No stab wounds, no slashes, nothing like that.
He look really old.
He's pretty old.
Okay.
He's pretty old. With that, maybe even looks older than he actually is. So the stress of trying to keep a village afloat in this terrible, terrible place while a vampire is trying to kill his daughter or something could have been just too much stress for an old man to bear.
And all those burgers.
Let's not forget about those ever.
Yeah, I just chalk it up to died of old age and slink my way back.
Okay. Oh, Donovich is the priest on the north side of town by the cemetery. It wouldn't take too long to transport our father up there and see that he is properly laid to rest. If you'd please help me. After that, I'll follow whatever you say. Tell me to hide, I'll fight. Whatever I need to do.
Well, if you need help with the burial, I can conduct a funeral, just so you know.
Kind of looks at you. I appreciate that. Maybe you and Donovich could make it go faster? I'd like to get him in a...
Or we could just drop him off and leave. I don't really care either way. Just letting you know.
I thank you. But whenever... feel free to eat to your full and have as much wine as you'd like, and whenever you're rested and feel like you want to make the trek up to the cemetery, ready when you are.
What about us? What is in this whole deal for us? We are to escort you. We are supposed to keep you safe, protect you. What do we gain from this?
I've got a little bit of money I can give you for your services, or you're outsiders. I can try to educate you about the land. You always have a place to stay whenever you come to Valaki. Always
Very well.
feed you and house you, whatever I can do. I'd be at your service at that point.
I think right now we are more interested in information, as it is more valuable than money.
Whatever I can tell you, it's... You can ask any question.
Just teach us about this place while we travel. That's more than enough payment.
Very well,
Agreed.
I'll tell you everything I know, and whatever I miss, Ismark, you'll do the same? Yeah, I'll do the same.
I'm ready, let's go. There's no burgers.
There's some steak, though. There's some meat in there.
I don't eat that.
Is there leftover food when we're...
Depends on how much you eat.
Welcome.
They made quite a bit. As much, well, not. I mean, they prepared as much as they could. A couple you.
There's probably not
you look like you
leftovers.
can eat.
Okay.
Yeah, Rogar. Very well. So, can one of you help me with the coffin to get it in the back of this wagon?
Yep.
You and Ismark take the coffin, put it in the back. There's a small wagon in the back with one little horse, and you wheel your way to the north, to the church. You still hear that sobbing, the crying.
I don't give a shit.
But you all
I'm
ignore
going
it.
to that damn crying.
Just letting you know, it's still there. Someone
I
was
keep-
bad in there.
I keep pretending like I don't hear it.
Do
don't
we
try-
see the claw marks on the side of the building?
What's that?
Do we see the claw marks up and down the side of the building?
Make a. What's your passive perception? Did you see Mist climb up the building? You were outside. No, you didn't see it.
I was at the door.
I did tell him about it, but he's the only one who knows that I tried scaling.
My passive is 12.
I'd say if you want, you can roll a perception since you know she tried to climb up. Hard to tell. A lot of these houses look real rough. So if there is any scratch marks, it's hard to tell if it's from her or some other wolf beast.
As we walk, or I guess partly ride this wagon towards the cemetery, I kind of lag back to Mist. If you must know, I did hear the crying, but do you recall the house that we got stuck in? How exactly we stumbled upon it? There were crying
of
children in the
course.
street.
I'm not saying we go in. I just want to know what she was crying about, since everyone was talking about it also afterwards. I want to go in there.
I think it is best just to ignore it altogether, for I do not wish to be caught in some living house again.
I never said I wanted to go in there.
Look, if Ishmak travels this street every day and he does not hear this crying and does not wish to investigate, then
Again, I do not want to go in there. And I'm just gonna walk away, just super annoyed that like 3 times he's like, "We're not going to this house." I'm like, "I don't want to go in it either."
Are you two trying to be quiet in this conversation, or
no, I am speaking not stealthily. What?
Ismark goes, "Oh no, we all hear it. It's Mad
It's-
Mary."
You see, it's a trap. I don't understand.
I don't believe you went to the haunted house on the east side of town. I imagine.
Well,
Oh,
if
Death House? Yeah, we went in there.
it's just
killed
like
them.
a thing that everybody knows about, and
You guys should put a sign
Yes.
up.
yeah, you should
Well,
totally put a sign
we-
up.
We've tried in the past, my
Maybe
father.
some tape.
We've tried in the past. My father tried. That house is part of some old curse. People have tried to burn it down in the past, and it literally rebuilds itself.
I mean, you could have like a guard outside of it saying like, "Hey, don't go in there."
He just kind of gestures to the empty streets and towns.
I mean, Eric's pretty absent-minded. You probably could just take him out, put a sign around him, have him stand in front of there, give him a couple glasses to clean. He would never know he was anywhere else.
I like this idea.
Arena chuckles, goes, "He would literally stand there and allow you to go inside."
Yeah, but we put a sign around him and say, "I might be dumb, but you're not. Don't go in this house."
He looks at Ismark. Ismark looks at her, looks at you.
I mean, we just put a
We
fake
can
shelf
try
behind
it.
him we put a fake shelf of glasses behind him and a pseudo bar. He has no idea he's anywhere else.
The outside world is weird. Suppose I can consider it, but then who would serve the drinks? I don't know. Maybe if you inspire enough hope in the villagers of Barovia, we can hire some more hands.
That was kind of the opposite of my plan, but sure.
You all eventually get to the north side of town. tabs. Up in yonder.
Before
Top. Go ahead.
before we lift the burger master out of the wagon, I will talk to Ismark. Do you really trust whoever this is doing the funeral rites?
Yeah, he's been a priest for my entire life. Why do you ask?
Well, if Strahd controls all of this, I imagine that he probably has control over the afterlife. If I were to do the funeral rites, might be a better chance for him.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm really good at those. Very persuasive. Oh, I'm actually not bad at those.
I've never thought about that. Suppose that wouldn't hurt. I'll keep that in consideration. Thank you for the offer. Rogar, was it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Rogar. And we'll fast forward to still crying, and then where are you at? Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load.
So many
Who wrote
loads.
this? Who
Come
freaking
on.
wrote this?
As you approach the church, you see the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire, not unlike parts of the Burgermaster's house.
Fucking Burger Master.
Ismark kind of guides the horse around to the cemetery area, finds a little hitch to tie the horse to, kind of looks around. I don't see Donovich, he must be inside. He starts going towards the entrance of the church. Do you all follow?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Let me get your pieces over here.
Oh no, it's the dreaded Dairy Queen after the Burger Master's throne.
Oh no.
But if he defeats her, he's now the Burger King.
Naturally.
Let's do this.
Alright. Is the map all black for you people?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do something different. We can reveal at least this bit. What the crap? Sometimes. No, not that one. I said reveal.
Are you trying to thrust some light onto this map?
Trying to thrust it. It won't do it. Alright, there's a little bit. It lets me do small squares. Alright. Ismart goes in. Irina follows. It's up to you whether or not you'd like to join.
I'll probably hang out at the door. Just keep an eye on the wagon if everybody else wants to go in and follow.
Okay.
They're just
they're
going
go-
in to get the guy, and then outside
they're-
we'll do.
They're just going in to fetch the priest. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, as far as you know, they didn't see the priest outside the cemetery, so yeah, they just went in to go see if he's awake or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay outside and look for ravens.
I'll actually follow him in.
Okay. Mist, you staying outside too, you said?
I'll go inside if we have two people out, kind of
Yep.
looking about.
Make a perception check, Grim.
Oh, oh shit.
You, off in the distance, kind of to the east, flying your direction, you see about 6, 7 birds. They kind of look like ravens.
But I can't tell that they are ravens. There's birds off in the distance flying our way.
They're coming your way. Ravens or crows. The big black birds. They're certainly
Okay.
not bald eagles or pigeons.
I point up to them and let Rogar know what I see, and I'm gonna pull my crossbow out and start getting it ready.
What are you doing?
The Vistani said that the ravens were not to be messed with, and I think they are full of it. I am going to take out one of those ravens if I am able. Put
We
their
were just attacked by a house and almost died. You're really gonna
The-
shoot at a bird?
They're birds. What is the worst that could happen?
Yeah,
I
it was
already
a
have
house.
I already would have told you that ravens, killing ravens means doom. I just want to pass that along. I would have said that last night.
Are you afraid, Rogar? Do you believe the Vistani?
I mean, afraid probably isn't the word. More of just not looking for trouble.
Yes, but I wish to put their word to the test. For I want to know whether I should trust these people. My deity tells me not to. So if he tells me not to trust them and they warn me not to mess with these, then it's only logical that I should mess with them.
So if this goes bad, I don't have to listen to you talk about this deity anymore?
Well, and there could be uncertainty here. My deity only knows
No,
so
if this
much.
goes bad, I'm not listening to you anymore.
I see.
I think this is a good way to test this out. Actually shoot it. Let's see what happens.
I have faith in my deity. However, this is merely an experiment. I cannot hedge my entire faith upon an experiment. There are always unknowns, uncertainties.
Yeah, but if it goes bad, your deity is wrong, so I don't have to listen to you.
Not necessarily. My deity never said, do not shoot the ravens or shoot the ravens. I am merely surmising a way of testing the Vistani's word under the guidance of my deity.
Yeah, but if this goes bad, then you should have listened to him, so your deity is wrong. So I wouldn't listen to you.
That's not exactly true. The Vistani can
100%
tell a
true.
truth, likely. Doesn't mean that every single thing they say is truth.
I mean, I don't believe anything any of you say. But this is a good test. Go for it. Good luck.
I do not wish to blaspheme my deity in your eyes, even though you are not a believer. There's still a chance, a hope for you.
No.
We'll pause this right here and we'll go to the other ones. We'll come back to the decision. Jason and Mist, you follow Irina and Ismark into the church. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor. It's a blood-curdling scream.
Smart. How do Ismark and Irina react to this, first of all?
They jump. They weren't expecting that.
Is this like heard outside? Is this a loud scream, or is the doors closed and contains the sound?
At this point, you guys are close enough to the door. You guys are having your argument about whether or not you should shoot these ravens, and you also hear it from inside.
Okay.
It is loud.
Gonna make a perception check to try to see where it came from.
No, I accidentally revealed it. It don't matter. Go ahead and roll a perception check. It's hard to pinpoint. It kind of jostled you. It seems like maybe there's a basement, but you can't pinpoint left, right, front, back, like underneath you, generally underneath you. That's all you got. And the ones inside do hear somewhere back in here just soft prayer. It doesn't stop.
Well, I imagine that put an end to the Raven thing, and I'm just gonna false life and then go in.
Okay. You two hear the scream from out, and it stops your argument, and you go inside. Rogar, what's your reaction to a blood-curdling scream coming from the church?
See, you thought about shooting the ravens, and now people are screaming. I just follow. I'm just walking.
You are following, okay. So you go in.
I'll make my way up towards whatever that altar thing is.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand in front of Ismark and Irina just in case to guard them.
Okay. Yeah, they just kind of stay. Ismark was about to take a step forward until you did, and he accepted your help, and he's just kind of like keeping Irina behind him. Jason, the chapel is in shambles, with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up to the bell tower. And now you do see a priest, who you assume is Donovich. And he's just kneeling, praying, eyes closed, not taking really any notice of you at this point in time. And at that point, you hear another scream from beneath the chapel floor, but instead of just a scream, you hear, "Father, I'm starving!"
Summon Thord?
Sorry.
Priest, who is that? And I'm leveling my spear at him at the moment.
I've been trying. I've been praying for a way to save my son's life. He came back after trying to travel with the Mad Mage to kill Strahd. He's a monster now. I'm trying to save his life. He doesn't really look up from you. He's just trying to focus on his praying, but he is kind of answering you. Doesn't seem like he's in the right, like a good state of mind.
As soon as he says, I'm gonna start looking for a way to get to this basement. Going around this room, picking up
you going?
cues.
Going around the chapel?
Yeah, just going around here looking for a place to see where it leads. Because you said it was below us. So I'm assuming there'd be like a basement of some sort.
Roll an investigation check in the chapel area. You do a very thorough once-over of this chapel, wherever the stairs or secret door or whatever lead to the basement. It is not in the chapel. You know that for a fact. While Mist is looking around, Rogar, Jason, Grim, are you doing anything?
Yeah. I'm gonna talk to the priest.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to be real fucking clear of what you mean you're doing to this kid. And explain to me what you mean when you call him a monster. I've heard a lot of priests say a lot of things about kids, and I really don't have any empathy for you right now.
The Devil Strahd turned my boy into a vampire. Sent him back here to torment me. I was able to get him into the basement. All he wants is blood. And I don't know how to help him. Except to pray.
How do we get down there?
Roll. He doesn't. You ask him, and he kind of. He doesn't really want to tell you.
I do have my spear pressed up against him.
And you.
Intimidation?
Yeah, you can do an intimidation.
Oh, yeah.
In the first room on the right, when you enter, there's a door. But I don't want you to kill him. He might attack you. We need to find a way to save him. Please, don't hurt my son.
So if everybody else is heading that way, I'll just start walking that way as well.
Yeah, I would have headed toward it as soon as he said that.
All right, so you all enter that room. You do see the trapdoor. Time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles and puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor held shut with a chain and padlock. And you can hear the screams of anguish coming from underneath still.
I'll try to pick it, but I'll wait till everyone's in here or around the store area. Well, I don't have much experience with vampires, so plan before we go in?
Well, if we're lucky, maybe we too will gain the glory of everlasting life.
Not sure that's how that works. I think
Yes.
if he's hungry, he probably just wants all your blood. If I had to take a guess.
We could provide him with blood.
But if he gets a taste of it, he probably wants more.
It's exactly what he wants, but as terrible as that may be, he is definitely more in power. From what I've read about vampirism, they have the ability to shapeshift. Some even have been known to fly through the air. This child is blessed in a way.
Jason Roga, your thoughts?
I'm just here. If it attacks, I'll kill it.
How bright is it in this room?
It's
Is there a lot
dimly
of
lit.
sunlight? Okay.
It's dimly lit, and there's like the roof is kind of torn off too. Actually, no, this room is very bright because, like I said, it's not direct sunlight, but it is bright, like a very cloudy, like it could rain any minute type of day. So you can see everything in this room pretty good. You don't know how well lit it is downstairs.
End game, how much would I know about vampires, or I guess any of us? I guess we all would have different levels of understanding. Don't want to assume.
I mean, you all know of vampires, the basics about them. You can roll a history check if you're trying to recall something specific. Are you thinking of anything specific?
Just don't know if he's new at being a vampire, like his restraint, if we can restrain him, if he's super strong, just trying to think of ways to contain him if we need to.
Yeah. With that roll, I mean, you don't know like crazy specifics. Mostly just like a rabid dog is kind of how vampire spawn kind of react, as far as you know. That he may or may not just rush at you with bloodlust. A little bit stronger than a typical humanoid, but also not a full-fledged vampire, so not as big of a threat. More like a wild card.
Rogar, would you be opposed to trying to restrain him if he attacks?
I mean, if he attacks, I'm gonna kill him.
This is the thing. We either ignore this and he potentially turns more into a vampire if he is fed blood by this priest. Innocents could die at the hand of the priest for this cause. Or we kill this creature, for it is already dead.
Ismark chimes in. It's like, I would prefer it if we could restrain the priest's son.
To
I-
what end? He is restrained in this basement by this priest. He has managed thus far. Either we let him keep feeding this thing, or we convince this priest that his son has already passed.
I have not fed. He is not fed. He has not attacked any citizen. I have not brought any blood to that boy. He has been down there since he arrived.
Livestock around here? Or
There's the
just like a couple
occasional-
horses?
There's some horses, occasional like, little cattle. You've seen maybe 2 cows.
If we feed him, and that's what he wants, he will eventually become a vampire. He will be more powerful of a threat to deal with. I think the best route is to convince the priest to put his son to rest.
I'm gonna go look for something of an animal to feed him, and I'm gonna go outside and look for anything I can kill that's not a raven, like a bird, normal bird, rabbit, squirrel. Try to shoot something with my arrow, get it, bring it back.
Roll a perception check. You look around, looking for some sort of a vermin to walk around.
Please tell me that's ravens.
You do see some ravens kind of flying overhead. Definitely ravens at this point. You know where you saw a cow, but it was in someone's backyard, kinda. If someone lives there, you know they may not take kindly to you taking their food. But nothing's scurrying about right now.
I want to ask the priest if his son was turned of his own free will.
No. No, he never would have done that. He and a handful of villagers. I told him not to go, but this mage, the mad mage, took a handful of the villagers to Castle Ravenloft to try to kill Strahd. My son was the only one who returned. Like that.
We just need to bury this Burger King guy, Burger Master, and then we can get out of here.
Yes, Rogar, why don't we bury 2 today? A 2-for-1.
Oh wait, now you wanna kill the kid in the basement?
Well, it seems if we are going to do a burial, and this poor priest's son has been long dead, seems only fitting for us to go ahead and do both.
I mean, he'll probably just eventually die down there because he'll starve. Saves me a lot of trouble if we just bury the Burger Master.
We could bury one, but maybe we could do a ceremony for both. But who's to say if we leave here that the priest won't eventually succumb to his son's desires and let him free or let him feed, and then we have a much bigger problem down the road.
That doesn't sound like my problem right now.
The priest sounds pretty foolish. If he wants to live in this torture, let him. Let's just bury the Bürgermeister and be done with it.
Very well. I want to make an attempt to persuade the priest that he should just give up and just accept that his son has died.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Nope.
Don't you
Nailed it.
say that! The gods will show mercy on me and my son. They will find a way to save him. I will find a way to save him. And all the while, screams from below. Father, please!
Ismark, I think that we're going to have Rogar do the ceremony today.
You look at Ismark and he's just almost in shock that all of this crap is happening right now and he had no idea. Yes. Perhaps. I'm so sorry, Donovich. If I can... I'll try to find a cure, if I can, to help your son. But consider not letting him suffer anymore. The gods will grant a way. The gods will grant a way. Please leave me. The priest just kneels, starts praying again. You hear the screams from the basement.
While we're walking out, is there any, like, religious symbology around this place? Like, as a clue to who this priest worships? Or, like, maybe what the religion would be in this town?
You do see holy symbols scattered about. Make a religion check to see if you have seen these symbols. I'll say with advantage, because you are a paladin. Perhaps.
And because I read that great book.
There's a book, yeah.
Can you read?
It's an intelligence, dude. I can read.
Alright.
These seem to be... You don't know much about it, but you do know they are holy symbols of the Morning Lord.
Morning as in, like, early day morning, or morning as in M-O-U-R?
Early day.
Okay. Alright, just tuck that away and I'll leave.
Rogar exits Ismark, and kind of like, Irina is almost more dumbfounded than Ismark is, and you can tell that she really wishes that she could do something, but he kind of ushers her out. They leave.
I will head to the wagon where the coffin is and begin to, like, start to drag this coffin out. Alright, where you want him?
Ismark kind of goes around to the back of the cemetery, and there's a patch. He shows you a patch of graves. This is the family, and this one here is for our father. We can place him here. It's already a grave dug, and you all take the time to lower the coffin down into...
Well, before it gets lowered...
Before that. Okay, go ahead.
I gotta take my armor off. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna cast ceremony. And do funeral.
Okay. While that's happening, Mist, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'm gonna keep hunting during this burial.
So are you just Are you like going into like the wood area?
Yeah, I'll go around to see if I can find anything small.
Yeah. In the time it takes Rogar to strip down and start doing some of this stuff, I'll say you can find a couple of rabbits.
This is like an hour-long ceremony, so I'll be busy for a minute.
Okay.
As I
Let me see
ask,
this does.
what's his name? All it does for like funeral is make sure it can't become undead for 7 days. It's
Nice.
literally just like a funeral ceremony.
Does it do anything about the person's soul or spirit?
No, so that was kind of what my flavor of the spell would be, is that I would designate the soul to Tiamat and send it straight to hell.
But Ismark doesn't know that.
No, it would be all in Draconic.
Okay.
It's a blessing, so, not all bad.
No, you start doing this ceremony, and Ismark and Irina seem very touched by it. With a 19, missed roll a d10. Woo! That's ridiculous. Probably should have did roll. Let's say you find 9 vermin, 5 rabbits, 4 squirrels. You went to town during this hour.
Nice. I'm going to just walk back into the church. I'm going to try to pick that cellar, the lock on it.
Okay.
I want to try to stop you in the middle of this, just to kind of get your attention.
I mean, you guys are probably at the burial ground, though.
I'm not part of that ceremony whatsoever. I want to try to convince you out of this, essentially. Mr. I do not think it is wise to give this creature blood. After talking with the priest more, it doesn't seem as though Strahd turned this man of his own free will. I don't think this was an act of goodwill. I think that he turned this creature to torment this priest. It's kind of petty revenge. We feed it, it's only going to make the problem worse, I'm afraid.
Just gonna get my stuff ready. I'm just gonna give him. He can have other blood. He doesn't have to have human blood. He can have animal blood.
That's perfectly fine, but I just want you to know that this does not help the situation feeding him. It will only make him stronger. The eventuality that he may break free and then possibly harm others.
Think all vampires are bad? Think we don't know him, but we can feed him.
I don't think all vampires are bad. I will not stop you, but my warning.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the warning. And I go to pick it. Pick it real good.
Okay, you would pick a lock. Jason, are you just hanging out at the ritual?
Yeah, I'd like to walk around the outside of it, just keeping an eye out on everything to make sure nothing attacks Arena or Rogar as he's doing his ritual.
Roll a perception check for me real quick. Looks clear. Miss, go ahead and roll your you got thieves tools, yeah? I assume.
Mhm.
Go ahead
Yep.
and roll those.
Oh, I think I can. Oh, I fixed it to where I can just do this.
Easy enough. Pop open that lock.
I'm just gonna poke my head down, see if I can see him. He's restrained.
It's You poke your head and it's stairs. You just see some stairs that go down. You can't really see into the room from up here. You'll have to go down the stairs to properly poke your head in. You could like go down the stairs and poke your head around the wall.
Is it super dark?
It's fairly dark, but you have. Do you have dark vision?
Mhm.
You'd be able to see one way or another.
And this is how I die.
I'm gonna hang after giving my warning and seeing her persist past me. I'm going to kind of hang out in the foyer, just kind of with my ear in that direction in case something goes awry. Might be able to assist.
Okay. You do also see like the candlelight from the top floor is like getting through the cracks of the floor, so you can see. Even if you didn't have dark vision, you'd be able to see fairly okay. So you go down and take a peek.
Mhm.
Okay. The church's undercroft has rough-hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wood pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you to glimpse a gaunt shape in the far corner. Let me reveal that area.
Does it look like he's restrained? Or he just has this free area?
He does not look restrained. You can make a perception check
Yeah.
if you'd like.
Ooh.
You don't see any type restraint. You can see. It almost seems like he's hiding. Like he's doing his best to stay away from the stairs.
Well, hello. I brought you some food. It's animals. I'm just gonna toss it here in the middle. And I toss all my squirrels and vermin and rabbits into the middle. And then I'm going to walk back up the stairs near the latch and be like, let me know if you like it. So that way, if I need to just pop on out, I can.
You just run in, throw the vermin, and run out?
Pretty much, I mean, I'll stay at the top of the stairs, so I'm at the latch area now to see if he responds, if he likes it or hates it.
As soon as you run up and kind of listen at the trap door, you just hear rushing. He sprints. And you just hear just nasty, just
Like Smeagol eating the fish.
exactly like Smeagol eating the fish.
Hate that scene. Is it good?
More! Please, more!
Well, I'll let your father know you like rabbit and squirrel and vermin.
Please let
you
me
don't-
out!
Well, would you eat a human? Would you try?
I'm starving!
Would you eat people?
I need blood, and I can smell your blood.
All right, have a good day. And I'm
You hear
gonna pop
footsteps
out.
coming towards the door.
And then I pop out. I'm gonna pop out and I'm gonna shut it and lock it.
As soon as you get it locked, you just see. Let me out!
All right. Well, I'm going to go to the priest now.
Father! Father!
Well, hello. I know you talked to my friend earlier. I have some good and bad news. Good news, he likes animal blood, so you do have something to feed him. Bad news, he does like the smell of my blood, so I did leave. So
What have you done?
Well, like I said, it's good and bad news. So take it how you want. Just want to let you know. All right, have a good day. And I'm just gonna leave.
No! No! You've upset the priest.
Fine. Kid
Now
got
you
some.
hear sounds of crying from two men in the church.
I'm just kind of in the foyer with my arms crossed.
You know, I wanted to give it a try. I was curious how it worked a little bit.
How's the funeral going?
It's great. It's a lot of growling and roaring and draconic. It's very loud. And it's for an hour, so, you know.
Irina and Ismark, they're not relaxed, but it's been a very stressful half hour. It's been a stressful couple of minutes to an hour now. A lot of stuff been thrown on them, so they're accepting your hospitality and getting whatever bit of peace they can out of this. A question for you, Rogar: when you do this, when you do this ceremony, can you sense whether or not the soul actually gets sent away?
I mean, that'd be up to you. The ceremony itself, like, all of the facets of that ceremony spell are through Tiamat. So every part of it goes through him one way or them one way or another. The spell does not designate that I can do that or any of that stuff, but that's
I
kind of the
imagine it's-
intent, is that it's more of like a tribute to Tiamat. Like, it's 25 gold to cast a spell. I'm essentially like repaying like his favor towards me.
At the least, wouldn't you know whether it was successful or not? Like, whether the ceremony actually functioned or worked?
Yeah, I didn't read the whole spell. I didn't know if it specified something like that.
I mean, it just goes through. It doesn't say anything about not being able to work. The only stipulation on it is that whatever I'm doing this on, which is the corpse right now, I need to be within 10 feet of it throughout the casting.
I mean, I guess what I'm getting at is, like, you may or may not be able to sense its spirit leave its body, but spellcasters in general would have a sense of whether whatever ritual they've performed succeeded or failed. And if the whole point of the ritual is to sacrifice that soul to Tiamat, then you would at least have that understanding.
I mean, that's more up to DM, because it's not really specified in that sense. Also, I do weddings in case any of you are looking to get married anytime soon. Low cost at 25 gold pieces.
What, bar mitzvahs?
Yeah, I can do that. I have coming of age as well.
Okay.
You complete the funeral rite. You do feel that the portion of it which this corpse can't become undead, that definitely took hold. But parts of the spell feels empty. Like maybe not all of it worked. Soul still feels like it's here.
Okay. Then once I wrap up, I'll look at them two standing next to me doing this. It's
Just
done.
kinda
Use the
hold
rest.
arm in arm and- Well, thank you, Rogar, for that. Interesting. Right, but it's appreciated nevertheless. Yes, thank you.
Probably better than a weird vampire priest.
This devil has got to be stopped somehow.
Don't worry, I'll get around to it.
I hope you do. And
Burgermaster gets dropped in a hole.
the Burgomaster is buried. The vampire spawn's thirst has been quenched, or he just found a taste for it. You all now have a sort of friend who has commissioned you to on a little quest, safety mission, if you will. That's where we'll pick up next time.
Yeehaw, level 3 or 4, whatever we're at. 3, I think.
Yeah.
We made it to level 3.
Learning a lot about this fun place. Maybe. Unless everyone's lying to you. Who knows?
All right, let's go see
Part of
Mad
the
Mary
fun.
now.
As we fade out along the cloudy skies of Barovia, you hear an old man crying, a young man screaming for blood, and an old woman crying. Roll credits.
This is sponsored by Cody's Pizza.
Sponsored by Cody's Pizza.
My pizza.
It's a little flimsy.
Mm-hmm.
Every time
That-
you eat it, it tastes like it's fresh out of the microwave.
Well, thank you, Internet, if anyone was watching.
Thanks,
Mm,
Nets.
Thank you from the future viewers. If you decide to watch in the future viewers, Internet, and like and subscribe and turn on them notifications so you don't miss the next one.
And if
I'm
you're
really
lucky, I can send your soul to hell too.
With a low price of 25 gold pieces. Take a trip down under. Until next time in the fun sun.